We are back, ladies and gentlemen, and boys and girls, and all your pets. Wow, LMU, it's so good, isn't it? Just unbelievable. It's esports ready, 100%.
Yep, fully esports ready, if you ask me. Yeah, it's gonna be one of those nights, but we'll make our way through it the best we can with what we have. But yeah, we'll see where things end up.
So thank you to all our viewers for your patience as well. I do see a special guest there in the chat. It's one and only Jan Tully. Jan, how are you? I hope you are very well, my dear. And a big hello to you and everyone else that is sticking around as we work with this amazing game that is LMU. But a big thank you, we are here to Thermaltake as well for their continued support of the Sprint Series as well as LMU and just OOR in general. And of course, go check out their website at thermaltake.com. And of course, PAX coming up as well. They'll be there and you can meet some of the famous OOR crew. My learned colleague next to me is one of them. Unfortunately, I won't be there, which is a shame, but I might see if I can catch up afterwards. I'll be in Melbourne, the greatest city in the world. Are you looking forward to it, Lexi? Keen?
Oh, very much so. I mean, PAX is always a big event, part of Melbourne International Games Week, and yeah, so many opportunities, not only to see what is cooking from the large publishers, but also like small indie developers, and of course, companies that contribute to the gaming industry through like sort of accessories and equipment to help you game at your most optimum. And that's really what Thermaltake are able to offer. I'm very excited to be there volunteering with Thermaltake and have simulators running with Assetto Corsa. So yeah, we'll try our best not to insult your driving skills too much.
Well, Matt put it in the sprint chat last night. He said Pip's going to set a lap, and if someone can beat it, he's going to step up some hard ones. So,
yeah, Pip, I believe, set a lap time today whilst they were setting up everything and finalising everything. So, I'll find out what that lap time is tomorrow. There'll be quite a few. Quite a few people there. I think we've got 5 simulators that'll be set up, so should be good.
Clever from Pip, do it when hardly anyone's around. Nice, I like it. Good strategy.
Yes, very much so. Still having to keep my eye on the YouTube stream, but from what I can tell, it seems to be Benefield setting the pace out front with the 28.7 with Lucas Keys sitting in second at the moment for the hypercars. For the GT3s, it looks to be Lawrence on top from Dryberg and then Jacobs. So yeah, it's of course you've got the typical
Teams and drivers go to the grid for a race start. Formation lap has started.
Oh, gee, how cool are they when they accelerate? 6 wide. Yep, no problem. That's how it works. Just having a look there. Was that a caddy out in front? It looked like. Was that paint job's hard to make out? It looks like, or Ferrari. Most likely, it is a Ferrari. That is a Ferrari. Yes.
It is certainly one of the hypercars of all time.
Yes, it is a hypercar. Correct. That's the caddy. I know the caddy. Yes, in the black and gold. Know that one.
Yeah.
We apparently got no comms at the moment there, Glenn. Just letting you know. It's all good.
Hold on. No, we back? Oh, hello. Okay, so we do have now the Discord stream up. So,
Fantastic. Now we're rocking and rolling.
Well and truly.
We are back. We've got Discord stream up. We've got comms back. We are in business. And as you can see, we are underway here. And, well, it is a bit of a hectic, pretty clean start, actually, all things considering, as Glenn works his magic in the background. We'll keep an eye on this Glickenhaus. Okay, the kit car currently running around there. It looks like, I'm just going to do a quick guess. I reckon it's 5th or 6th is a guess there.
Yeah, as we see out front, it is Daniel Benefield, who was the fastest in he was the fastest in the qualifying and is 2 seconds out in front, so very good lead for Benefield so far in the early stages of this race. Keys sitting there in third in the Porsche behind the Toyota of Ben Vintner, and then you have the Glickenhaus behind. Surprised that the Glickenhaus team actually allowed this car to come into sim racing, given that they don't think sim racing is actually real. But anyways.
We're not salty at that at all.
No, not at all. No. So anyways, we come over the line now, as we see in the background. That is McNeil going for a dive. That's a late move, and he makes contact with the rear of Lucas Keys and does go around. But fortunately enough for everyone on track, it was only McNeil who was really impacted. He will be at PAX, so he is no real leg to stand on to insult the driving skills of others after that one, unfortunately. But still, it happens in these cars, and that can happen with a late braking move in the turn one.
Yeah, 100%. It is a really tricky turn one. It's one of the trickiest turn ones that I know in sim racing because it tightens up as well, and it's the exit's downhill. So yeah, it is really tricky to get right. And unfortunately, Neil come unstuck there. But look at the Glickenhaus working on the back of Lucas Keys here, and that's Rayhan at the moment. He got that thing absolutely hooked up. But it is Benefield leading the way from Vitnar, Keys, Rayan, Dreyer, Hill, and Lloyd. And over in GT3 land, it is Lawrence from Dryberg, Jacobs, Shady Samuel, Leo Johnson, Pethybridge, Mark Smith, and the Rambler in the pit lane. What a name. Love it.
Absolutely love it. Yeah, I've got quite a few drivers in the pit lane, and McNeil is actually DNF'd from that race. So that is unfortunate there. It's a bit of a self-inflicted error, but he'll be able to watch the rest of this race now as we continue to look on with Keys and Rayan, and looks like they're going to hold station for now. I mean, yeah, that Glickenhaus is in a position where it's probably not all too familiar with, but yeah, Rayan is driving it quite nicely at the minute.
Certainly, it's got a good mix of manufacturers as well. Toyota, Porsche, Glickenhaus, the BMW, the Alpine. The Lambo's in 8th at the moment. They're with Gregory behind the wheel doing a nice job. But look at this. This is a good battle here. Andrea's just getting himself into this as well as we switch back to Gregory there. Now looking at the Toyota of Leo Dreyer. Very quick operator. Normally drives in a couple of Enduros as well with Old Mate Cookie. Their team over there. So good to see him actually behind the wheel of the Toyota. It gets picked on a lot, the Toyota, I feel.
Yeah, well, I mean, Toyota were the dominant manufacturer in WEC for a very long time, especially throughout the LMP1 days. But yeah, once the hypercars rolled in and the manufacturers rolled in, they sort of fell off the top of the rostrum in a way. And I think now, yeah, they've sort of had to adapt a little bit to the nature of the hypercars now. And as you said earlier, sort of shifting to the more Ferrari-esque design philosophy. But yeah, I think Toyota does get a fair bit of shtick. Some of it is warranted, but I'd say there's a fair bit of it that's just a little bit over the top too.
I agree. And they were part of one of the greatest Le Mans races of all time. Even though they didn't win it, they were a big part of what happened. So, yeah, I'm a fan of the Toyota. It's good to see him still sticking around. That's the most important thing. They've stayed loyal. Yeah. So, and speaking of Toyota, he's benefiting in his Toyota. Look at that. I love that paint scheme. Just brings back memories, of course, of the Toyota GT1 from 1999. Of course, one famous Martin Brundle drove that Toyota GT1. There's a fun fact there's a moment there coming out through this Mickey Mouse section. Just the Toyota. Wow, that's another moment. It's trying to kill him, ladies and gentlemen. It is trying to kill him.
Yeah, we've spoken too good about the Toyota, and now it's trying to commit first-degree murder on Ben Vintner. Well, it looks like the Porsche of Lucas Keys is also getting pretty loose, so these hypercars are not easy to handle. And with only 8 minutes gone, that does not bode well for the longevity of the tyres on the hypercars, that's for sure.
What's also interesting, I thought the slipstream would play a bit bigger of a factor, but it has, but not really as much as I thought. So again, that's a testament to, I think, BOP in the LMU. It's not too bad, I believe. It could be better, of course, like anything in sim racing, but yeah, that's quite surprising.
I mean, I remember a time when you got stern looks when you mentioned the BOP of any sort of racing car, but it's a huge factor in all manner of series, and it's sort of a factor you can't really avoid. But yeah, it seems like the balance of performance across the field here seems quite good. I mean, there's a reason why we're seeing a Glickenhaus in 4th.
Yeah, correct. And we're also seeing, all these different drivers as well. I mean, yeah, it's just good to see. And we got news that apparently Lucas is running a hard rear left. There you go. So I like that. Interesting play, thinking, oh, look at this. This is a little bit messy as the GT3 is now starting to come up as Lucas Keys gets a little bumped there with the glare. It's gone around. No, you can't be doing that. Oh, dear, oh, dear. I don't want to say it. No, I'm going to say it, bugger it. That is standard Glickenhaus driving right there.
It wasn't the Glickenhaus. It was the McLaren up the inside.
Oh, no. Was it the McLaren? Oh, my apologies.
It was the GT3 McLaren up the inside that stuck the nose up in there, and unfortunately, Keys went around.
Oh, well, my apologies to the Glickenhaus. Drive on, sir. But, the McLaren, what's going on there? Oh, that's the other danger right there of mixed class racing.
Yep. And you see it happen quite a bit in the actual World Endurance Championship is now they're having to get around the Ben livery BMW, and that nearly gave Rayan a potential look up the inside of Vintner. And yeah, traffic can be quite the issue for a lot of these hypercars, but it's how well you manage it. And it comes down to both sides. Comes down to the hypercars overtaking the GT3s, but also the GT3s ensuring that they are providing enough space without losing too much time. And unfortunately for the McLaren that we saw earlier, probably left enough space initially, but just stuck a nose down the inside. We really shouldn't have, trying to maintain the speed, and that was that.
Yeah, unfortunate, but hopefully press on, and still a little bit of time to go, or most likely, if I know he is pressing on. I thought Lucas might have pulled the pin, but watch this. We'll see some Hollywood numbers here, I reckon.
Well, speaking of watching this, the Glickenhaus going side by side. It got very, very tight with the GT3 cars, and now sizing through the pack. We've got Vintner on the inside and Rayan on the outside. This is going to be very, very tight. Vintner holds the inside line. Can Rayan get the better run? It doesn't look like. It looks like Vintner somehow holds onto that position, but now Rayan's going to have a look to the inside, but backs out of it. So a hold station for now, but it's getting very sketchy. Now looks like Vintner goes a little bit wide and invites Rayan to go around the outside 100R. You're not going to get many opportunities around the outside 100R, but all this has invited Leo Dreyer into the equation.
Yep, three-way fight here. And getting word through as well that Rayan apparently is on the soft tyre. So it'll be interesting. So he's going for the 45-minute absolutely foot to the firewall. And it was interesting to see how those tyres fare towards the back end of their stint. Still got a 48 minutes remaining, so a lot of action still to unfold here. I feel like this race is not going slow, but it feels like, it is just, it feels a bit longer than other races. Yeah.
It's definitely building up, I will say. Like, over the past few laps, we've definitely had a lot happening. I think that's a bit of a courtesy of the GT3 cars being lapped now by the hypercars. We've got a whole gaggle of them now as the Glickenhaus gets past the Mercedes, and they'll all just run on past the GT3s. But yeah, once you get into the corners, it starts to get a little bit tighter on the speed, and they're all sort of stuck in a bit of a pack at the moment, so they're just going to have to manage that the best they can. You see Dreyer side by side with the BMW, and that is Vintner getting caught behind multiple cars, and now...
No, dear, oh dear. What's going on there?
That was coming from a mile away. I'm sorry. Yep, that is... Also, update on the Glickenhaus. Rayan's actually on the mediums.
Oh, there you go. Is it normal to have no game audio? You just got to use your imagination there, Marvel. You just you know.
Yeah, it's the perfect opportunity to practice your own engine skills.
Exactly, especially later in life when you're going to have kids, maybe.
Yes.
Exactly. Life skills. This is what we offer here in the OR commentary box.
Yeah. We give you life skills. We aren't here to put shoes on caterpillars.
Can we get a games games down check, please, chat. As we are looking at the BMW with that beautiful art car livery. He makes his way down the main straight. Looking very strong there, Hill is. I like the BMW front. I don't know why, it just strikes me, the front of it. The back I'm not a fan of, but the front really I like.
My only criticism of the BMW is it should be about 3 times larger.
That is true. That's a little bit small for a BMW, actually, to be fair.
Yeah, because you normally expect the BMW to just be large and bearing in the background, just staring at you. But yeah, this one looks very much the same as all the other ones, which is, yeah, I mean, sure. Well, it's fine, but yeah, it just seems like the size has been slightly shrunk for scale.
They've gone mainstream. What's
yes, very much so.
Speaking of cool cars, there's one right here. This is the LMU GT3 Lamborghini, and that paint job just absolutely screams to me. The Plaid, I am a big fan. Of course, a famous race team over in IMSA runs the Plaid in the Porsches. So that is a beautiful job. I am a big fan.
Yeah, looks really, really nice on that Lamborghini with the way that it's sort of mixed around and styled, as we see the BMW of Hill get on through ahead of the GT3 leader of Lawrence. So all of the LM GT3 cars have now been lapped by at least the top 4 and will be making that the top 5 now as Lloyd gets through.
He certainly does. So that's, I can't see, I've noticed this, I can't see the manufacturer symbol next to his name. So I'm trying to sort of fly in blind and I can't see the number, but lucky I've got Lexi in the box here, all over it.
Yeah, no, I can't see it either, but it's just, yeah, just managed to pick up the sort of shape of the car a little bit.
I've got a good question here. Is it easy to switch between ACC and LMU RE physics? I found it, GT3s, yep, not too bad. It's pretty, if you can drive a GT3 car, you can sort of jump across to LMU relatively, it doesn't take too long to transition. ACC to the hypercars, on the other hand, that takes a bit longer. The hypercars are quite tricky, and I would recommend, if you are new to LMU, is maybe go the LMP3s first, then go up to the hypercars, sort of work your way up. The biggest thing, of course, is no ABS on the hypercars, and also the LMP2s and the LMP3s. So it's something you just got to keep in the back of your mind as well. Myself, I have to drive with a little bit of ABS help, just with my leg the way it is. But if you've got a nice sensitive foot, it's highly rewarding, the actual physics, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't really given LMU much of a go myself. Certainly something I've sort of looked into with me getting a little bit more back into sim racing, if it is just a little bit more on a casual basis. But I've driven the hypercars in other games, and the handling characteristics is quite a lot different to really anything I've driven elsewhere. Like, I've done a lot with like the F1 cars and the GT3 cars, and it's sort of a mix between the two. You get the intense speed of like a Formula 1 car in a straight line, but through the corners you have to really slow it down to the point where you're almost driving like a GT3 car through the corners. So it is quite tricky to get a handle of, and you do have to brake a lot earlier than you think, but once you understand it, it is quite rewarding.
I think the biggest thing to remember as well is there's no tyre warmers. This is something that, catches a lot of people out. So they're so used to say something like ACC or that, and they just go bat out of hell out of the gate. And before you know it, in turn 3, they're spinning sideways into the fence. It's one of those that you really do have to phase the tyres. Actually got a bit of a fight here between Lucas Keys, that's the Lamborghini there of Gregory. But the Porsche just has the horsepower that is real life. Oh, hang on. Is that was no? That can't be right. I was looking at something different. Sorry, there for a moment. I thought that Lambo was really catching up there for a moment, but it's just looked a bit strange.
I think the Lamborghini can look a little bit strange in amongst the rest of the hypercars. But yeah, no, I think Keys is on a bit of a recovery drive here after falling back with the incident earlier on involving the McLaren LMGT3 car. Still got 40 minutes to go, so plenty of time, but the gap out front to Benefield from where Keys is now is 27.4 seconds, so it's a lot of time to have to close in, but anything can happen.
Exactly, anything can happen. Just got a couple of little housekeeping items to check off here. Brooke has received a penalty for causing collision there on lap 8, and King has received a drive-through for causing collision on lap 8 also. So it is a Benefield leading the way from Rayan, Andrea, Hill and Lloyd. That's the top 5 in Hypercar. And then once the GT3s roll around, we'll give you top 5 across there. You are watching round 3 of the Thermaltake LMU series live from FUJI. And it is Sean Muller in the box with the one and only Lexi Bowen. And we've still got 40 minutes remaining though. Oh, here's the Lexus. Here we go. Now, this is the car we need to have on screen. And so Lawrence leading the way from Jacobs, was watching on screen. So he's got Shady Samuel right behind, Dryberg and Bus. And the Lexus, surprisingly, in real life as well, bloody competitive.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's nice seeing the Lexus make its way around. Of course, we've seen it a little bit now in real life, making its way back around again, which is always good to see. So while they were sort of in a bit of jeopardy, the Lexus program, but it seems like it's getting back underway nicely. So yeah, good to see Jacobs putting in a solid performance with it, and he's got quite the gap to close to Lawrence ahead with about 4.5 seconds.
And of course, the new one coming next year for Toyota fans. Keep an eye out for that. I have heard it's a bit of a weapon. So really excited to see how that performs out on track as we're looking at one of the BMWs. Just a solid, reliable race car, this thing. Seriously, it's like an old shoe, the BMW. That's what it reminds me of.
Yep, you can't really fault the BMW. No matter what game you're in, BMW will be a fairly reliable performer, reliable machine for you to drive. And I mean, I quite enjoy driving the BMW. Busk seems to as well, given that sitting P5 at the moment. So from what I'm hearing, it seems that the reason why we're missing a couple manufacturer badges is because there's a couple custom liveries out there which influence things.
So awesome, thank you. That's speaking of liveries and yes,
that's beautiful. Can't beat the sort of like little splashes of British Racing green on there, the typical Aston Martin colours, but flanked with the yellow with the it's just beautiful. And generally I like the look of the Aston Martin as well at the front end.
I also like the rear end as well. This is the Evo, of course. I just like that squared off sort of over the rear wheel arch. It just looks a bit more race car-y than the old one. The old
it's a bit meaner. I like it.
Yeah, it looks a bit more aggressive and actually looks like a proper race car now. As the Glickenhaus rounds up around the outside, that is one of the cool things to do in a hypercar. Oh, maybe not that close, but all fair in love and war and crack on. But yeah, it's just a little bit more aggressive now, and of course it sounds absolutely epic. And Harry will be smiling behind the wheel as he listens to this glorious V8 sing its music.
Yep, no, certainly will be smiling. Harry there, but he's got a bit of a gap around him to multiple cars, so he's sort of on his own, just managing the traffic that's going past him with the hypercars, really. But that's something you do expect in these multi-class races. As we jump back now to Phil McCulley.
And the big Merc. And the banana Merc too. Oh, I'm a bit of a fan of that. The yellow. Of course, Great to see Merck back also in the top class of World Endurance Racing. It's been 27 years, I believe. Oh, Sean Jacobs gone around the Lexus. Oh.
Devastating, absolutely devastating. He's going to get passed here by Dryberg. So Dryberg moves up into the podium positions, but Jacobs is right there. Will make getting to the end of this stint a little bit harder for the Lexus driver, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, those free tyres won't be liking that at all. That's the thing with the tyres I found in this game as well. They don't like being overheated at all. You really got to keep them in the window. If you keep them in the window, you can drive on them forever. But yeah, if you overheat them or super cook them, yeah, they don't like it very much at all. Of course, a very different tyre to something like the GT World Challenge course that run on Pirellis. These run on Goodyears, I believe, top of my head. So different tyres, of course, different philosophies. And the cars do feel very different as well. So that's in real life and in the sim, I've heard. In real life, that yeah, they feel completely different.
Yeah, no, you would expect there to be quite a few differences between tyre manufacturers that can make the GT3s that race in the World Endurance Championship feel quite a bit different to what you'd expect from ACC in the GT World Challenge, as we jump up to Lucas Keys, who is sitting P5 in class still. We'll see where he ends up, as we've got Callum Lloyd and the Lamborghini further behind that. So a couple cars making their way around. That's Joe Gregory in the Lamborghini doing a solid job in that thing.
Thing, yeah, I like that. We'll go with Thing. I mean,
it's a little more PG than what I was going to say.
Oh, fair enough. We'll go with that. I mean, it's chasing the other thing, so
that the Mechachrome moments thing.
What did they say?
Up ahead, that is very, very loose there from Keys, and very, very loose from the Alpine as well. So coming up to lap one of the GT3 cars, it looks like they're going to roll into the pits. No, the Alpine's going to roll into the pits. Gregory is going to continue onwards.
That's interesting. So that's the first, really, if we've seen someone pull in one of the hypercars. So splitting the race half-half. We'll keep an eye on that throughout the race and just see how the undercut and the overcut works here at Fuji. And Lucas Keys on a really nice recovery drive after that earlier incident. So moving his way up through the field. Oh, what a shot. Yeah, jump on board. There we go. Yep. And of course, steering wheels on hypercars, super easy to operate. Just child's play, really.
Yeah. Just don't look in, don't have a short view back to the past, or else you'll get very, very confused very quickly.
I'd be like, just set it up and leave it, and then just tell me to drive. That's all I need to do.
Yep, just drive fast, as I think it was Jen Daravala's race engineer told him to do a couple years ago in F2. Of course, there are a couple more expletives involved in that, but try our best not to involve ourselves in that world for now. Maybe at the meetup after PAX.
There we go. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Yeah, that's the after dark, we'll call it.
Yes.
As Shady Samuel unfortunately has picked up a drive-through there for a collision on lap 14. There's a bit of conjecture there in the chat. I'm not going near that one. As Joe Gregory in the Lamborghini now flies past the BMW down into turn one. Oh, very narrow entry, of course. That happens there sometimes. But gets a lovely exit. And now off towards turn two and turn three. Two of my favourite corners on the circuit by far. Love this sort of section. Then you just fling it back in. Absolute maximum speed. Then you just want to bleed off the throttle a little bit. And then hook it back around. The hypercars are going to be close to flat. They do have some impressive grip once the tyres are warmed up and all the aerodynamics work. but through the slow stuff, they feel absolutely horrible.
Through the slow stuff, they're as sluggish as anything. Yeah, like you see here going through Dunlop Corner, how slow they have to go to get through there. They just have no real sort of mechanical grip to get them through the slow speed, but at the high speed, they've got all the aero in the world to get them through.
Yeah, it's a weird sort of style you've got to adapt to drive them as well. So like you were saying, you've got to sort of switch the brain onto single-seater sort of high grip mode through the fast stuff, and then switch the brain back to GT3 almost racing mode in the slower stuff. It's yeah, the drivers that do it in real life and on the sim, like at the top level, I take my hat off to them.
Yeah, it's very jarring going between your good high speed stuff. They're like, look at how much speed Dre was able to carry even in the dirty air behind the Glickenhaus of Rayan, but it's just once you get to anything that's slower than about third gear, you're starting to really struggle.
Yeah, it's they're a unique race car, definitely, but the racing's been not too bad so far in the era of hypercars, and hopefully they can just, tweak a couple of things and we can get some proper cracking endurance racing in the future, as we have got a cracking battle going on here as well. So the Aston just gets caught in a little bit of awkward space there, but Leo Dro does a fantastic job of getting that done, and he can get back to work on the back of this Glickenhaus. So currently 29 minutes running. We've just ticked over halfway to go in round 3 of the Thermaltake LMU series from FUJI, and I reckon we're having a pretty good race. So it is Benfield leading the way from Rayan, Dreyer, Hill and Keys are your 5 in hypercar, with Gregory and Vettner just sitting outside in 6th and 7th. And Mr. Maloney is sitting there in 8th in the Ferrari, Reinhardt in 9th, Gamble in 10th, Lloyd, Rambler, Curry and McNeil is your hyperclass runners at the moment.
Yeah, McNeil out of this race was an earlier incident where he went deep at turn 1 and just clipped the back of Lucas Keys. No damage done to any other drivers, but unfortunately for McNeil, that was the end of his day. But out front, Benefield has been indomitable. He's been excellent. Like, he's got 14.5 seconds ahead of Rayan, so he's well and truly in control of this one, and it would take something catastrophic for him to fall back into the clutches of Rayan and Dreyer. But yeah, as we come out to the front to see what Benefield is actually doing, and he's just going about his business really nicely.
Yeah, I've watched him a couple of times in LMU, and he has very much got his head around that Ferrari and drives it absolutely beautifully. It's a very nice car to drive, I will say. Once you get your head around it, it's pretty much the car to have. Unfortunately, sucks, but you know what? I am a Ferrari fan in F1, so I can
condolences.
Yeah, I know, but I can begrudgingly follow them in WRC. Oh, wow! There's a moment there for the Aston. So caught in a bit of no man's land there, and great bit of driving there from Daniel Benefield to avoid that, and he can crack on. But the BMW goes, it's all happening here.
Yeah, it can be pretty frustrating in the hypercar having to essentially dodge the GT3 cars around you. That is a little bit naughty, but perhaps the Ferrari could have been a little bit more aware of the hypercar at the inside. We'll still carry on, but as we were saying, it can be quite frustrating for the hypercars getting through the GT3 cars and having to essentially play dodging cars, and in that instance, a little bit of bumper cars.
Yeah, exactly, but it's fine. Nothing to see. Maybe they should put rubber bumpers,
Yes.
Yeah.
Who cares about, aerodynamic efficiency?
Exactly.
Just embrace it. I mean, at that point, I reckon NASCAR could probably look at something similar.
You know what? It'd probably make NASCAR racing exciting.
Well, I mean, it depends on where you are. I mean, certainly if you're a Shane Van Gisbergen fan, then it's exciting seeing what he's doing on the, oh dear, there's Aston Martin around in the background. It's exciting to see what SVG is able to do on the road courses, and I think there was a super speedway race I caught from NASCAR that I actually thought was quite interesting, but at times it can be a little bit of a, what the hell is going on here?
Yeah, it's a unique motorsport, NASCAR, 100%. I think I've maybe done 4 laps on a NASCAR on iRacing, and not for me, definitely not for me, but there are people there that absolutely love it.
Oh yeah. There's a reason why it's like such a massive thing over in the States, but there again, there's a lot of things that are big over in the States, so it's just one of those things. But at the very least, we've got our own racing series here, of course, the Supercars Championship that's at Bathurst this weekend for the big Bathurst 1000. They just had their first practice sessions today.
Yep, it is the annual pilgrimage, of course, up to the, let's be honest, the biggest event in Australian motorsport every year, the Bathurst 1000. People say it's the Australian Formula 1 Grand Prix. It's Bathurst.
It's Bathurst.
It's we all know what we do on Sunday morning, and if you say you're not, well, I don't think we can be friends anymore, really. I'm just going to be honest. Always look forward to seeing what happens up at the mountain. Of course, one of my favourite parts of the mountain, though, yes, the race is awesome, but the shootout on Saturday evening, that's where it's at.
Yeah. Also, just some news in. The split red qualifying in ACC will be delayed by 10 minutes to accommodate the end of this race. So there will be a slight delay in proceedings for what is to come after this, which is split red in ACC around SUZUKA.
Please send all complaints to Audi as well. Thank you.
Yes. There's the number 29 of Lloyd has picked up a stop-go 10 for causing a collision on lap 21.
Ouch, that's a fair stick in this game. So that's unfortunate, but lessons always learned in sim racing, as I always say. Sean Jacobs in the Lexus at the moment, currently in 3rd position and chasing Dryberg as well. So putting on a bit of a show here. I mean, then we've got the big bad Mustang in the background. Has that got a Supercars livery on it? It looks like it has.
Very well could. Let's see. It looks like it's got one of the like the older the older Shell liveries.
Yeah, DJ. That's a DJR livery for sure.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to work out what year it is, but of course there is a Mustang with a supercar livery. It wouldn't be right if there wasn't.
Yeah. So I mean, I remember a couple seasons ago in ACC, there were a lot of people, including myself, that were a little bit shocked at the Red Bull liveried Mustang, the Red Bull Ampol livery Mustang, but of course next season in the real supercars that's going to be a reality.
Art imitating life right there.
Yeah. And
it will be interesting to see, of course, Toyota, of course, coming in next year as well.
Yep.
With their BMW Supra.
Yes, the clearly not a BMW going to a Walkinshaw Engine United and Brad Jones Racing. There is a little bit of talk about what's going to happen with Brad Jones Racing next year with the SCT Logistics entry potentially going off to Triple Eight of all teams.
Oh no! Oh, that was very close there with the Alpine, and in this battle that we're actually having for 2nd and 3rd in LMGT3, that nearly went pear-shaped very quickly. But lucky everyone has fights on to live another day.
Yep, that could have been very nasty indeed, but thankfully, well, we're alive for now. Although, yeah, okay, the Glickenhaus did get up the inside just fine.
Glickenhaus
just gotta
trucking
keep
on nicely.
Gotta keep an eye on these things. Carry onwards is now, yeah, there you go, Dre gets a nice clean run. As it looks like the Alpine was coming into the pits there. I'm not sure who that Alpine was, but it was certainly an Alpine.
An Alpine coming to the pits, a saying that you hear a lot in WEC.
Yes, most definitely. Well, the thing is, yeah, you either hear it in WEC or you hear it in F1, provided the Alpine hasn't already hit the wall.
Of course, F1 getting very spicy at the moment as well, with Team McLaren doing quite nicely there. But I'm telling you right now, keep an eye on Max. If he gets close enough, I'm telling you, he'll have a crack.
Yeah.
Speaking of having a crack.
Yes. Jacobs here on Dryberg getting really, really close. He could be looking for a move very, very shortly. Is he going to go late on the brakes here? He has a look, but he can't get it done. Dryberg is not phased at all, which is exactly what I would expect from a driver of Keeling Dryberg's quality.
High-class operator, that's for sure.
Finding some really nice lines in the BMW there is Dryberg, although this fighting between the two of them has allowed Lawrence to break well clear of them.
Lawrence is flying in the Lamborghini, in the FAF Lamborghini, that's why I like the last call. Oh, that is a hypercar.
Friend.
Jeez, that is, excuse me, I am coming through. Just says barges out the way as Lucas Keys flies by as well. It was interesting, that last corner, two very different lines and two very different results, but I'm sure they will crack on because I want to see this get close again because they were putting on a great show, and that Mustang is getting closer, I'm nearly positive.
Yeah, that Mustang is certainly closing in bit by bit, so we should see a three-way battle ensue soon. Question is, will any of these drivers need to come to the pit lane? Of course, we saw Jacobs go around earlier. Will those tyres make it to the end sufficiently? And does he have the fuel to get to the end as well?
Well, that's right. Who fuel saved at the start of it? Maybe someone did a bit of fuel saving at the start, and now they can push. Or conversely, someone may have pushed at the start and now has to go watching the needle and bit of fuel save, maximum 100 as he's going to try and go around the outside. Oh, this will be a huge move if he gets this done. Oh, that was so close. 10 out of 10 for Everett as the Toyota is coming through as well, and all the hypercars as well. This is high stress racing right here. So basically we've got cars racing each other in different classes, and everyone gets through cleanly. That is great driving from everyone right there. Well done.
I thought that Ferrari was going around. In fact, the Ferrari's actually been able to make a move there on the Lamborghini. Potentially is now. Oh, that is tight with Jacobs up the inside of Dryberg, and now we are side by side in the hypercars ahead, and it looks like Dryberg is trying to break the toe a little bit and has broken clear after that slight attempt from Jacobs at the final corner. So we look up ahead now. Here we go. So we got Maloney going around the outside of the Lamborghini. He gets through. So Maloney up into 7th in the 51 Ferrari.
Nice job there from Mr. Maloney, doing a solid job in the Ferrari. Spoken to him a couple of times. He is a fan. He likes it. It is a good car. I'm just, it's undeniable. It's won Le Mans. It's done everything it needs to do. So credit where credit is due to the 4919.
It's won Le Mans multiple times now. Like, it is a very successful hypercar that Ferrari have been able to produce. If only their hypercar outfit could be as competent as could actually be competent. Or their F1 team could be as competent as the hypercar outfit. My bad.
Settle down. Settle down. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here.
Well, yes, I shouldn't get ahead of myself. It's not really possible for the F1 outfit to be more competent now, is it?
Well, see, this is the thing. That's the thing with a lot of the. So a lot of people seem to think, this is a. Maloney just takes a bit of a moment, but we're back here with this LMGT3 battle between Jacobs and Dryberg. And we just, again, a lap traffic's just around the outside of the Toyota. Oh, the Aston Martin's around again.
Seems to have gone around about 12 times at the final corner. Easy to do at Panasonic, but yeah, it's just an unfortunate day in the office for the Aston.
Just see McFarlane there. He's got to find, I reckon, just like maybe a tenth or two this lap, and he'll be right in this battle. So we're looking here at Lucas Keys, currently in 5th position, chasing after Hill on the BMW. Keys, Hill, classic names for a classic battle, with 2 classic manufacturers in the World Endurance Championship. Of course, Le Mans, a BMW former winner as well, the LMR. Great, that was an awesome car. Unbelievable. If you get a chance, especially our younger viewers, go check out the BMW LMR Le Mans and just listen to the thing. It's a glorious sounding race car.
Oh yes, very much so. I mean, the modern BMW, it doesn't have the worst sound to it. Oh, Keys, my lord. That is one hell of a save there from Lucas Keys.
That was a moment. What a save. That was an epic save.
I mean, if he hasn't done his pit stop yet, he might be able to request a change of pants, perhaps.
Code brown. And it's hard to do in these cars as well. Once they snap, they are super difficult to bring back.
Oh, yes. Back to this battle between Jacobs and Dryberg, and yeah, you can see McFarlane is right there, so going to be nice and tight right through to the end of this race. As we see, looks to be the Hertz car gets on through Hertz Team Jota livery, and we've now got a slipstream with Jacobs on Dryberg. Can the Lexus stretch its legs as it now looks to the outside line, and we've got side by side coming up to turn 1. Who's going to break latest? It looks like Jacobs is, but can Dryberg hold to the inside? He can, and they both go quite deep, but Dryberg with that inside line manages to stay ahead and defend that position.
Fantastic racing from these two. They have put on an absolute show so far. And McFarlane is right there. I think he's just going to wait. Maybe he senses there could be a little bit of argy-bargy towards the back end. We've got 13 minutes remaining, so it is getting to that time where you really want to start thinking, if you've got to move, when are you going to execute? But Jacobs doing a great job chasing, but Dryberg has made that BMW as wide as possible. And it's very difficult to actually pass here in the GT3 car. You think it'd be easy. He's going to try and go around the outside again, and this time he's going to go super deep. Too deep again. He's hit the grass and he's got around. Oh, he nearly went around. But that is his race done, unfortunately. And now it's left up to McFarlane. Can he get past Dryberg now? And now that he has been released. So we'll keep an eye on his lap times and that gap as well.
Yeah, he's going to be closing. He's looked like he's had more pace than both Dryberg and Jacobs, but Jacobs and Dryberg were fighting each other quite hard, so we'll see what happens now. Dryberg is sort of released on his own, but we know how quick that Mustang can be at its best.
Definitely. It's a thing with these GT3s as well in the WE series is they are a little bit slower than their GTWC counterparts. They've just slightly less power and a few more restrictors and some other stuff as well. So again, that leads to a very different driving experience as well. They're very much a lot more a momentum. Okay, really got to rely on carrying this corner speed, but they still are a bucket load of fun.
Absolutely, yeah, no, can 100% agree on that. Let's see, continue on with McFarlane. He's hovering about 8/10 behind Dryberg. He just wonder if he's got enough time to actually close it and go for a few solid attempts. He lets the hypercar through, and that might be where he's able to close the gap, is on the the cars lapping him, seeing if he's able to get a little bit more lucky where he's having to let the hypercars go.
Also known as the old motorsport pick and roll. If you can use lap traffic to your advantage. I've seen it done quite a few times in multi-class racing. It is tricky to do. It's not easy, but it definitely can be done. We're going back here. A bit of a fight. Ferrari versus Mercedes here. This is it. Forrester and King going at it.
Yep,
He's,
and that's a send.
Yep.
And
That
that's
is
self-inflicted.
Play silly games, win silly prizes.
Pretty much, yep. That was certainly a send there from King as we now look at the cooking house getting to the inside. Now got Busk who's going to be overtaken. We got the Mustang with a great run. That is Samuel there in the Mustang, so should have quite a bit of pace, but Busk holding nicely in P5 right now.
The BMW is actually pretty rapid in a straight line. Was surprising. When I last drove it, I was like, ooh, this is actually quicker than I thought. So it's just a solid race car. The Beamers were back with this fantastic battle now for second position. Dryberg still leading the way, but McFarlane is thereabouts. Has he got a bit of tyre left, maybe, to throw as the sparks come off the bottom there of the Mustang? That's a cool shot.
Mustang got a really nice run coming out of 100R and is still right on the back of Dryberg, I reckon. Could be looking for a dive. Probably not on this lap, but coming up very, very soon. You'll just get a sense of where he is better. So you see the Glickenhaus coming to the back of him. Dryberg did defend the inside, which you can sort of get away with here through Dunlop just because of how slow it is. But yeah, he's definitely under a lot of pressure as Dryberg.
As the Glickenhaus makes its way past, nicely done, and should be able to get this job done, and it does beautifully, and they can crack on. Just got to get the Mustang and McFarlane. It's just got to get that right here. This is where I think he's got to absolutely nail. If he can nail that and just get in the toe a little bit, maybe be able to drag up and have a crack at turn one. There's probably a couple of other opportunities at the back end of the circuit, but I feel like, close enough for turn one, you can definitely have a dive. There we go. There's the old pick and roll. Use the hypercar. That's smarts right there.
Yep, definitely. He's been able to catch the slipstream off of the hypercar for just a few seconds as Dryberg goes very, very wide. They will open up the corner a little bit on exit for that acceleration, so it might be a genuine tactic here for Dryberg to stay ahead, but it does compromise a little bit of time on entry, especially when he goes that wide. So McFarlane is right there, and now through 100R, if he's able to hold with him, I reckon there's a potential opportunity into the hairpin, but I think he's just fallen a little too far back on this occasion.
Yeah, agreed. He's having a crack. I reckon you might be right there. I reckon he could be setting him up for a shot at that corner right there, or the hairpin.
He's got an opportunity at Dunlop now. Look at the speed of the Mustang now. Around the outside, doesn't break too late. Dryberg, he's been very, very good defensively as Dryberg, but look at how close this is now between these two.
And I just saw in the background there's one Lexi, and that is Jacobs closing in. So if these two start to get a little too cute, this could be back to a 3-0 fight. As just struggling to put power down on the big Mustang, Andrew McFarlane. And
they're all taking very different lines through that final corner. It looks like it might pay dividends for McFarlane more than it does Dryberg. Dryberg might get a little bit of a better run on the exit, but down the long straight, it doesn't really matter too much. So overall, it looks like McFarlane gained a little bit more time. Now,
got a run in.
Very much as a run, as is he going to look to the outside? Dryberg has broken very, very late into turn on many occasions, and he does again and goes very deep. And now McFarlane has the overlap, and that could be a very nice move. But now he's on the outside going into Coca-Cola corner, tries to keep him to the inside. Now right around the outside, can he hold it? He's right there. There's a lot of space shown between these two, a lot of respect shown between these two. Now you got the hypercars coming up. This is very, very tight here, and there's no way through for the hypercars because these cars are fighting for position, and that is the BMW and the Porsche there of Keys. And now looks like they're gonna save their way through that.
No way! No way! He's got this done! Surely not! Andrew McFarlane has pulled an absolute masterstroking driving. He has got it done! Oh, that's move of the week. Oh, I don't care what anyone says. Any sim, that is our Thermaltake, overtake, whatever you want to call it, of the week. That was unbelievable from McFarlane. Set that up absolutely beautifully, but Dryberg's going to have another crack at this with the Ferrari there of Maloney trying to come through as well as lap traffic. This race has been magnificent, but that exchange, clip that highlighted because that was exemplary.
The highlight might not be over yet. There's Sean, as it looks like Dryberg is going to come back at McFarlane. Can he get the run on the exit here? It looks like he can, so it could once again be on as we run down into turn one. Dryberg now the chasing car, McFarlane the defender. And wow, what a race between these two we've had. Looks like McFarlane's able to just hold ahead with the straight line speed of the Mustang, but Dryberg through the corners is looking pretty solid. But yeah, that was immense. And now look at who's right behind them. It's Jacobs.
Here comes Shawnee Jacobs. So here we go. Has Dryberg got anything left to attack McFarlane? McFarlane, though, might have timed his run absolutely perfectly here because he got that move done now. Really important this lap for Dryberg. This is a crucial lap. Can he get back into that sort of 0.2, 0.3 area and force another fantastic exchange? You can just see he's really trying to nail this lap, nailing his braking points, getting his apex is absolutely spot on. And Jacobs is coming. Jacobs is definitely coming.
He's fallen a little bit further back with the hypercar going through there, but we'll see what happens once we come out of here. Yeah, Jacobs has fallen back a little bit, which is unfortunate, but still 4.5 minutes to go, so still a little bit of time for him to catch up. Could get through on Dryberg. Don't think he's got the legs on McFarlane. McFarlane's looked excellent. And hearing that Drea is light on fuel and he's come into the pits, so P3 in the hypercars has had to come into the pits.
Oh, that's Drea in the Toyota there. So, oh, would that have been GT3s are in the pits? Oh, what's going on there? So a couple have come in. So they may have got their fuel or virtual energy numbers wrong. Oh, back up.
Yeah, it looks like someone overshot.
Whoops.
Questions about Rayon as well, so it's very, very tight for a lot of these drivers.
Oh boy. So maybe a couple of these drivers have got their calculations all wrong, as McFarlane, who has put in a bit of a masterclass here in terms of timing his run. But it is Lawrence out in front by the proverbial country mile. 35 seconds to the good from
Jacobs
McFarlane.
Way back
way
now.
off. Yeah, I was just going to mention that. That's 7 seconds he's literally lost. So don't know what's going on there. That Mustang is seriously running low.
Yeah, there's a lot of sparks coming off of the Mustang there, isn't it?
I can't remember the GT3. They don't have a plate, do they? No, they don't. It's just...
Yeah, wow, it's very interesting to see, but it does happen all the same. So you just see as he's coming over the curves, it's just, yeah.
It's very weird. Oh, here we go. Here's a bit of a battle.
lordy.
Spicy
How many cars do you want in a battle? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that's just the answer. It's just the answer.
Yep, 100%. So,
also, in amongst all this, Keys is back on the podium.
he is, of course he is. Standard Lucas Keys behaviour right there, but this is Hill, Maloney and Vintner, and this is awesome. This is 3 different manufacturers as well. Absolutely throwing down with 2 minutes remaining. What a shot that is, as they fling through now, down through 100R. Maximum downforce through here. Pushed into the seat, probably feeling 3-4G as the Lamborghini tries to get right out of the way. And Maloney and Hill get through, but unfortunately Vintner was a little bit unlucky, got caught behind there a little bit. But this is going to be very good to watch, especially with 1 minute 50 remaining. There'll be one more lap, I believe, after this one, so it's now time to get it done. And Maloney's really closed in the late stages of this race, so he was down as far as 8th at one stage, but maybe he's just had a really good strategy or pulled a bit of a wild card, but he's definitely caught really close up to Hill and is looking to get that position as well.
Absolutely. It's Benefield out front has just set a new fastest lap of the race.
Of course he has.
It's the end of the race. Everyone's low on fuel, and Benefield's just like, all right, I think this is the time to go ahead and set. But yeah, we've got a nice fight brewing here between a couple of the hypercars. Looks like Hill has a decent advantage at the moment and has the pace, but be interesting to see whether Maloney can close. And you can see he is closing it a little bit in the straight line, and Hill does go very, very wide, so that invites Maloney straight back into the equation.
Does. So we're under a minute to go here, so it is Benefield leading the way. Really hasn't been touched the whole evening in the Ferrari. It's been a beautiful drive, lovely to watch, and here he comes now. He's got one more lap remaining, because we're going to tick over with 30 seconds remaining, and the lap takes a little bit longer than 30 seconds to go around here, funny enough. So he will look very comfortable, just try and bring it home. But this one back here between Hill and Maloney, I think is still going to rage on with this lap to go.
I think
It's like,
Hill's definitely the favourite at this point. Vintner's falling a long way back. He's now 2.4 seconds back, so it's unfortunate for Benny Vintner, but I think Maloney might still have a little bit too much to do, as Rayans had to come into the pits. He's had to come into the pits, otherwise he was going to run out of fuel.
oh wow, there we go. Glickenhaus have got their numbers wrong. I'm not going there. We'll just leave that one.
Maloney's coming in.
So Hill pulled the little double dutch there. Can he make it around?
This is the real question at this point. So Rayans had to come in, Maloney's had to come in. Looks like we had a Hertz Team Toyota car to come in. So this is Benefield out front. He's coming through Net's corner. It looks like he is just going to make it to the end of this race. It's a very strong effort from these hypercars to actually get the whole way through. He comes around the final corner now at Panasonic, and he's going to have a long victory run down the straight to win the race here at Fuji Motor Speedway. That's a very, very strong race from Daniel Benefield, a minute ahead of Lucas Keys. So very well done indeed.
Storming drive, absolutely storming drive. Lucas Keys, great recovery drive after that earlier incident to fight his way all the way back up to second in the Fat Turbo Porsche. And still a pretty happy, you got to be pretty happy with that, especially how far he did drop down. And the 963 is still trying to kill him. It is no surprise at all. Thing is an absolute, does weird things in slow corners.
Yeah,
and
looks very
Keys, it's horrible. Lucas Keys will finish in second, and then Rayan, who had to come in for a bit of an emergency pit stop, looks like will still finish in third position, and then Vintner and Hill. Now, I heard Hill was right on the edge. So
he's falling back. Oh, he's gone.
Oh, he's gone. Oh, dear.
Oh, he's having to roll to the finish. He's got up hills to get around now. Oh, he's on the straight. Is he going to get there?
Does he get it home? Oh, is the electric motor got enough power in it?
It's slowing. I don't think it's enough.
Oh, someone give him a push.
I don't think it's enough.
I don't think it is either.
He's just shaking the taker out, trying to get there. He might just do it. In fact, I reckon he will.
He's done it. He's made it home. He's dropped out of ninth, but he got over the line.
Wow. That is one way to end out your race, huh?
Very much so. It's the interesting thing with these hypercars. There does open up some strategies, especially in these 60-minute races. You know, it'd be really... Whoa! That's an Alpine doing Alpine things.
It's an Alpine. That's an Alpine trying to cosplay as a Mercedes, isn't it?
It is. That's also known as the Mark Webber. So That was an interesting night. We'll put it that way.
I mean, once the race got underway, very entertaining. Lots
incredibly
happening there.
No problem. Well, so stick around, everyone. That was great. So just before we go, big thank you to Lexi. Welcome back. It's great to have you in the box.
Yeah, it's been great. No, thank you for having me. And yeah, I hope to be back in the comms box a little bit more in the future with things starting to clear up a little bit.
Excellent. Of course, if you do get along to PAX or after PAX, come down and maybe you'll meet Lexi herself or myself as well. Should be a lot of fun. But stick around for Split Red. That is coming up. We just quickly recheck the results again there for you. So it is Benefield from Keys, Rayan, Vintner and Gregory. And then across in LMGT3 land was the Lamborghini and Ben. There we go. No. The BMW and another GT3 car. Beautiful. Yeah, that was in Hypercar. Lovely. Well, other than that, stick around for Split Red, and of course, that will be brought to you by the one and only Damiano here and George Sanakis. And other than that, enjoy the rest of your evening, everyone.
And I think we're live. Hi guys, Damiano here. I'm in the booth with George, and we are at the Sprint Series with Thermaltake at round 3 at SUZUKA. We're at the final 15 seconds of qualifying. We have Ellis on pole, Johnson in second, and Monks in third, as we have Ellis coming through on his final lap. Looks like he's not improving. And welcome to a very, very brief qualifying, George.
Yeah, thank you for having me again this week. Yes, very brief qualifying this week. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens tonight, because obviously it's been interesting over the last couple of nights with the split there, because obviously tonight consists of two 30-minute sprint races, top 10 to do a reverse grid, and obviously there's going to be qualifying for the second race, which is going to be under lights. So, and under lights gets a little bit enjoyable to see the car sliding around a bit more and makes it a little bit more difficult to overtake as well.
Just a little bit more, yes. Finishing at we've got the top 3 across the line, a few people in the pits, and we have one driver, Tawfiq, on a hot lap, potentially improving the time. He's currently in 6th, just waiting for that to cross over. A couple of drivers finishing the last final laps. Looking at the track map, there's a few greys, which means they are on a good lap. There's one blue, which could be someone out on a lap. Now they've just gone yellow, so that's going to be an invalid time. And we'll quickly go through what we can see in the quality. So we have Ellis, Johnson, Monks, my screen's a bit blurry, Squires, Hignett, Tawfiq. I can't make out who's in P7. And as we have Tawfiq crossing the line and maintains P6.
It's Babnow. Babnow was in 7, Johnston in 8th, Warren in 9, and rounding up is Parker in 10.
Okay, sorry, I was just messing with my screen, so got YouTube up so I can see that a bit better. So where do we get up to? So it's Warren in P9, Parker, Rochford, Rosser, Ancan, Madden, Brickley, Viney, Neeson, Parkin, P19's Teo, then P20 we have Eaton, then Brian, Clark and Gosling, who has set a lap in the 833. Some of the drivers from LMU would be hastily coming into Split Red, so that should be an interesting time for them as we have the grid formed. Whew, that was pretty fast. So 2 minutes, 30 seconds to the cars to go on the outlap. What can you tell us about this first 30-minute race?
Yeah, this first 30-minute race special offers you during the day gives you a lot more grip. And the one thing I noticed about the track is it's a very fast track, and also overtaking can be a little bit difficult because there's a lot of high-speed corners that you go into slowing down. So to get it right, it's very tough, and it's depending if you've got enough overrun in the speed to get the good drive down the long straights to be able to put yourself into that position. But like last night with a few of us, and I'll put my hand up to say, yeah, I was one of the culprits that sort of didn't judge the braking points.
Oh, no. Had a bit of a rough one. And the other thing with this race, 2 races tonight, 30 minutes each, no requirement for a pit, and top 10 reverse grid. So that means if you finish in the top 10, if you finish on first, you're on P10 for the second race, and if you're on P10 for the first race, you're on pole, and conversely for the rest of the positions. And then everyone from 11 back goes to requalify again, and they start from their pole will be P11 and work their way backwards. So it can be pretty spicy for the first few laps for the second race.
Yes, it can be very spicy for the second race, and like I said, this track always gives you a little bit of an issue, especially on turn 1 going to Snake. There's generally, we'll say 8 times out of 10, there's always a safety car. Hopefully there's not one tonight. And especially in the second race, generally at night, people take it a little bit more cautious because of the night time as well. So,
Are you sure?
Yeah, I've got faith tonight. I've got faith. So who's your favourite for tonight?
Well, looking at the table, we have Patrick Johnson leading the championship against Ellis. Because it's only been 2 rounds, only the best rounds go through, and their second round is dropped. So the 2 championship leaders are separated by 3 points with 1 win apiece. So, and then we have Moen Torfik also in P3 in the championship, and Ryan, who had an interesting, let's say the least, a difficult race at Watkins Glen. He's in P4, and Aidan Squires in P5. So any one of those 5, I think, are in for a chance tonight. I didn't get to see the quality times, unfortunately, but the Audi, Bentley. I'm going to go for the Bentley tonight. Patrick Johnson, number 50. He's my pick for the win for race 1.
Nice call. I'm going to go for Monks with the Aston. I think the Aston is generally a pretty good car around here, but yeah, you can't look too far behind Ellis as well, because obviously he's had another cracking race, especially to put it on pole with that Audi. Not an easy car to drive, but obviously he's making it look very, very easy. So now they're actually out in their formation lap to get everything warmed up, try to get some heat into those brakes, which will allow to generate a little bit of temperature in the tyres as well. And also a very, very quick shout out to Thermaltake for sponsoring round 3 of OOR Sprint Series again. Thank you, guys. It's fantastic product there for all your cooling applications and obviously cases. I've definitely got a Thermaltake case, which I very, very well enjoy.
Yes, some very excellent IT equipment for your sim racing needs. And I'll just bring into some slightly obscure SUZUKA facts. So I did a little bit of digging earlier. The figure 8 layout was actually not a preferred design. It was actually designed that way to maximize the circuit on the land that was available. So that was an interesting one. There are 4 main layouts, and one of them is hidden. You have the east course, the west course, the short course, and the 4th little known one is a motorcycle course, which bypasses the figure 8 bridge entirely. The next one is the amusement park is older than some of the corners. So the amusement park was built in 1962, and some of the corners were built after that. And another interesting one, so it has its own microclimate. So I will paraphrase all this. The area's terrain forms a shallow basin near the ice bay, ISE, creating unique micro-weather. Wind often shifts suddenly between turn 1 and spoon. With crosswinds on the back straight, this can cause asymmetrical tyre wear, and even sim racers report phantom oversteer there.
I can definitely agree with the oversteer, that's for certain. That's some very good facts there. I didn't know any of that. That's great knowledge there and great looking up. It's very, very good. Anyway, we're starting to obviously go double file. They're going to try to maintain that 80 kilometre speed, especially when coming out of the last corner there. You happy for me to try to take the start there, see if I can make a meal of it, or you want to take the first start?
You can take the blame. Yes, go ahead.
Okay, I'll take the blame. I'll get it going. It's all going to take off when you can actually get that power down going into, like I said, turn 1, going into physical turn 1 is pretty quick. And then obviously slowing down to turn 2 and then going up through stakes. Anyway, they're getting there. They're going to try to maintain their speed at about 80 kilometres an hour. Johnson's going to try to get a good outside run there. There is a chance to overtake, especially on turn 1. We're just going to make sure everyone keeps it clean. We're waiting for the green light. They're getting closer. And once that green light's go, it's going to be go. And the lights are green now. They're taking off and they're going down there. It looks like Johnson's definitely got a good start there, but Ellis is actually coming in the inside. Yes, he's got a good turn into turn one, going into turn two behind him. Monks is definitely diving up into second place. Can he get the power to the ground to get in front of Johnson? Yes, he does. Good, clean racing there. No incidents, no safety cars at the moment. Oh, who's this on the outside? Tafik is trying to go on the inside. 2 cars through Snake. You can do it on the first lap. He's trying to maintain it. Can he hold it up going into Dunlop? No. Was it Hignett or who was that got in front of him?
No, that's Tawfiq in the red, and the Porsche is Warren.
Now they're going into the corner that I had a bit of dramas with yesterday. Degner 1 going into Degner 2. A little bit of short shoot straight up to the hairpin. Tafik's actually got a pretty good run there. He's going to try to dive it on the inside. If he can do it, is he close enough? No, he's looking. No, he can't. He has to. Oh, there's one gone down the back there. That looks like a Ferrari, purple Ferrari. Was that a Ferrari to come up?
Oh, they rejoined.
Oh, I think that's not going to be looked at well by the stewards. Unsafe rejoin there, especially tagging another car coming back on the track. Tafik's coming up again. It looks like Alice is getting he's about 0.2 in front there, a little bit wide for Tafik. Coming out of Spoon, and now we've got the long straight going down into 130R.
Excellent start. Yeah, the field's already starting to spread out a little bit for the top 3 drivers. We have Ellis, Monks and Johnson going through 130R at the moment, heading down and looking like no overtaking manoeuvres available to him heading into the chicane. Now we have Zach Higman. He was a good start right behind Squires, looking like he had a look as they're going through. They're looking very neat through there. Higman a little bit deep through the exit of the chicane, and they head down to complete lap 1 in P4 and P5. One Slager at the back, I think it's our fellow commentator, Sam O'Brien. Looks like had a bit of a moment in Mercedes, and then you know what you can do with that bonnet? You can fit a chicken in there. That's a lot of damage there.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of damage there. Here we go again with Johnson's going to see if he can try to do something, try to catch up. The Porsche normally, as you know, was very, very good, but I think towards the end of the stint, it tends to get a little bit taily around this track. Did you feel that with you yourself?
I had different issues. There weren't really tyre issues. It was driver issues. So not too bad with the tyres there. As we have Squires keeping a good lead on Hignan. Looked to be dropping a tiny bit further back from Johnson up ahead. There's a 2-second gap now. So looking at further down the pack, we have Parker in the Bentley, car number 216, P10, looking for our provisional pole for race 2. So we'll keep an eye on that because that could be quite interesting. Best starter. Oh, there's a move. Is Tawfiq had a little look at Warren there, and also there's Parker very close to Johnson and Tawfiq. So that's going to be a nice little battle pack there.
Yes, it will be a nice little battle back there. Now it's all coming to settle down, unfortunately, because it's a 30 minutes sprint race. You can't afford to make a mistake because there's no way of catching up. It's not like the hour races that we can have, so it's all about putting the hammer down and getting speed going. Looks like Johnson's actually starting to close up on the Monks a little bit. Monks might be just losing a tenth occasionally on Ellis. Ellis looks like he's getting very, very good drive out of all the corners just to maintain that gap. We know that the Aston's a little bit slow coming out of a corner, but it definitely has got some reasonably good speed there, and it definitely does handle this track very, very well. I've driven it a few times. There's Hignett there. We're going back down to Johnson now. He's behind Tafik. This looks like a bit of a DRS train, even though there's no DRS there in GT3s. We just might have to wait to see what's going to brew up here.
I know that train of cars and the dots on the main straight is looking like there's going to be 3 main battle packs. We got the top 3 guys and a group of 5 or 6, and another group of 5 or 6. But you're absolutely right. This format of the super sprint with the reverse grid, it's literally 30 minutes of qualifying laps. It's so hard and fast paced. As we look at Ryan getting very racing against the AM driver. Isn't. I hope I got your name right, mate. In the car number 29, they're looking very close together in entering into the S's as they go side by side through Dunlop Curve, heading into Degner 1. Ooh, good idea to back out there. I had issues with that last night and went into dirt a few times, which someone else has, and that's Torfig off on the left, rejoining. Ooh, a bit iffy, but good. And he'll be rejoining back, quite far back. He's lost quite a few spots.
Yeah, he just needs to settle it down a bit and try to get into the groove again. And obviously, he's going to get a little bit of dirt on those tyres, which takes a little bit to clean them up. And once you get it back going, I find that if you go off, it sort of feels like you need at least half a lap to clean those tyres up to get the car back into the groove. Once you get back into the groove, you'll find that, you know, he'll pick up the pace, because we know that Tufek's very, very quick with this Nissan, and the Nissan around here is a very, very quick car, as it's been shown by.
A bit of a drift there. Yes, yeah, Torfik's going to drop about 8 laps. There he goes, falling down the timing to train. He's going to be just in front of car 109, in front of Brickley. So he's got a lot of work to do ahead of him now, as Ellis is coming through, currently having the fastest lap for a 59.60, and Monk's coming through with his fastest lap of a 59.7, crossing the line. Any new laps coming through? Yeah, Patrick Johnson has got the new fast lap now on car number 50 as we look at Aidan Squires, just outside the 2 minute mark at 2 minutes 0.5.
Yeah, like I said, it's like I said, it's going to be very interesting to see how this pans out. Hopefully, people like Squires and Hignett and all that can sort of close up the gap a bit and put a bit more pressure on the front runners there. But it's just looking like it's starting to settle out there, the front there. Johnson's actually closing up a little bit onto Monks as well, so they could get a little bit enjoyable. If they start battling it up a bit, it might give the opportunity for Squires and Hignett and Bub now to actually physically catch up and make it a 6-way battle up the front there. That's what we're hoping for, but they just got to keep it clean, work together to catch up, instead of trying to fight between each other, because if they fight between each other, that's just going to slow themselves down, and the key is let's try to catch the leaders.
Well, as we have Squires defending there, obviously you can see the pressure and feel the temperature, and you need some Thermaltake cooling, Squires, against the hard racing Hignett. I'm trying to do a segue there. It didn't work very well.
Pretty good. I got it.
But Hignett looked like he really had the pace on Squires through the S's, and getting onto the main straights. The Ford pulls away a little bit, so we'll see how Hignett gets a good drive out of the spoon cove. Little wiggle there, close enough to get a slipstream. We will see how it goes. And that car that looked like that it went deep at the hairpin, I think it was the purple one. I believe that was... I was thinking Scott Rochford. He qualified P11, but he's quite low on the table now at P18.
All right, now, let's see how they're getting out of the drive now. Out of the last corner, coming down the front straight. Looks like Squires is getting a little bit of drive now and sort of trying to pick up his pace to try to obviously again try to catch those front runners there. Like I said, it's a bit of a status quo here now. It's all going to come down, just pushing as hard as you can to try to catch up. Is there any other tighter battles going on there that we could potentially have a look at? Rayan behind Akan.
P19 is pretty spicy. We have Foxtrot, Teo and Parkin all within 1 second of each other. So it's pretty close. So Chalmers is making a move through. Where did Chalmers qualify? He was outside. Oh, he must be a late joiner. I didn't see him on the qualifying list. He's in P20 at the moment, battling his way through.
Yeah, I could definitely see part of the time board there. You got Rahan behind Akan, 0.2 behind, so he's trying to put some pressure on there. Obviously, he started a bit late because, if I'm not mistaken, he was doing LMU, if I'm not mistaken there.
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, so here we go. We're down at Parkin now, having a bit of a look. Yes, this is getting a little bit tighter here. Let's see what's happening in here. Parkin's, they're going through Dunlop. Oh, someone was a bit wide. Is that a back marker? I think that was the one that came off earlier, wasn't it? Into the
no, I think it's a new one.
Okay. They're coming out there. It looks like it's settled a bit now. Yep. No, he's trying to defend. He's defending a bit early there. I don't think he's going to have too much of an issue there, because that Porsche does accelerate out of the corner very... Oh, he's just clipped the grass again. Does that send him wide to allow the Ferrari on the inside to go through of Madden? No, he's got
lots of grass.
Yeah, a lot of grass. But look at the drive of that Porsche. Even hitting the grass, it can still just accelerate. That was frustrating to me last night as well.
I think that was... that's not Rochford. Is it Chalmers? That's Viney. Oh, yeah, that's Viney. Yeah, Pete Viney. It's got a big flappy bonnet. Go on, say it for me. Say it for me. What can you fit in there? You can fit a chicken in there.
Chicken in there.
I love it. Oh dear. All right, the back for the chicken story.
Is that a safety car? Oh, what was the safety car?
What?
Missed that.
Well, there's a lot of cars in pits. I didn't see any yellows earlier, but I see them now. Oh, this is going to make things very interesting. Right, a mid-race safety car after 10 minutes.
That's Rosser in the pit with Brinkley. Both of them are in the pit.
Okay. I'll just have I'll bring the YouTube up and see if... yeah, we'll see, have a look and see where the incident was.
It gives us a chance to get a little bit of a break here. Like I said, I have noticed Monks is in first place now. No, it looks like it's turned around again. So obviously it must have gone in, and because of the safety car, he had to readdress that. So maybe Ellis was still in front, and he sort of briefly got in front, and then he had to readdress it.
Yeah, redress. Yeah, that could quite easily happen. And yes, that's what 3 or 4 cars in there. Viney for a lot of damage. So what? Mid pack, end of mid pack. Must have been a lot of contact. Yeah, very unusual to have a mid-race safety car. So it'll be race will be neutralised for about a 5-minute lap as the cars go through sector 1. Finishing up the Degness. So the weather at the moment, 20 degrees and 27 track, no wind. We don't forecast any rain for this one. Let's break out the top 10. So we have Ellis, Monks, Johnson, Squires, Hignett, Butman leading in silver class. Warren, who had an excellent start. Johnson had a slightly poorer start. Parker and Ankan are our top 10s. Ryan and Tawfiq next in our pro class in P11, P12. Then we have Madden, Rochford in Pro-Ams, and then our leading am is Isan, and then we have Foxtrot, Chalmers, Parkin, Madden and Eaton, who are P20. Our next am is Clark, Gosling and O'Brien, who had a rough opening lap. And a good chance to repair the damage that he had on his bonnet and take out the chicken now that it's cooked and probably eat it.
Generally safety cars only last 1 lap, so I'll be tipping they're going to give the start to Ellis to control the start to get it going.
All right, so if you're Ellis, where do you take off from if you got to go for the safety car? Do you fire it off from before the Casio Triangle, halfway down the straight, or near the start-finish line? A couple of options there.
I would normally say
here.
I wouldn't. Yeah, side by side. Side by side. Normally they're single file, aren't they?
I think they're just staggering, so there's no incident, I think.
Yeah, generally. Oh, here we go. Here's the replay. What's going on here?
Well, that's a McLaren. Is that Rosser? Oh, it's Rosser. Oh, he's lost it.
Hit the wall. Oh, it's come back to the track. Oh, no, it's right in the middle too. Oh, no. There's the damage to the pool. Oh,
he's upside down. Yeah, that's a safety car. Wow.
That's big. Okay, so now we're actually taking off. Generally, you'll take off near the start line because you can't overtake until you get past the state. Oh, he's gone early. Alice has gone early. Well done. He knew he had the jump on the Aston. The Aston can be a little bit slow on the takeoff. Oh, there was Ford trying to go around the outside. Who was that?
I think that was Orion having a go.
Yeah, he's trying to make up for lost time for the start of the race, and we know that this is going to help him. He's going to go side by side and
Tawfiq on the grass.
Oh, he's done it. He's done it.
Oh, there's Johnson sideways through the corner. Oh, it's all happening. Everyone's staying on track though. Excellent job. No yellow flags. A little one at the back, but yeah, looking pretty good at the moment. Tyres would have cooled down. This will make it interesting. Once you have a heat cycle go through the tyres, they're never the same. As we're watching Ryan having a big challenge on Anken going into the Degness, and the outcome is, oh, he's gone deep. That is... Anken's gone a little bit deep. And Ryan's gone through on the inside and through. Will this give Tawfiq a go into the hairpin? He has to go around the outside. No, he's changed it to the inside. It's not defending, and it's clear. Whereas Ryan is going taking a deeper wide line. I think he's missed his point because that's given an excellent drive by Ankin to get around the outside through down to the spoon. But Ryan keeps the heavy forward power in check and pulls away.
Yeah, that forward will give you the good acceleration, but there's very, very good driving going through Degner 1 and Degner 2. Obviously, Ryan was on the outside and Atkin was on the inside, and yeah, they gave themselves a little bit of room there and just made it a little bit enjoyable to watch as well. But yeah, the forward looks like he's stretching the legs now, and here we go. Tafik's going to use the power of that mist and see if he can close up going into 130R. Can he do it? No. The Ferrari's just so good through there. Just maintains a lot of corner speed, which makes it very difficult.
Oh, someone's cut a corner. That's Parker.
Oh,
he's safe. He's gone through. But there's a yellow at the end of 130R. That's car 47404. 404 at Eaton.
Near Casino.
That's a long one. Oh, someone else has followed off. That's Sam O'Brien. He's had another off. Oh, it's busy at the casino. There's some spare parts there for sure.
And Parkin's back into the pits again.
Oh no! Did he teleport? I hope he didn't teleport.
Ooh, I know about that.
Well, we've got 3 stragglers going through the spoon area now, and then if looking at the track map, there's like you got the lead pack and a bit of a gap and quite a few stragglers at the bend at the end there. So must have been a pretty exciting time for the mid pack on that restart. Probably because when the leaders kicked off, depending when Ellis went, they can also go. And if someone's in the middle of the Casio Triangle, it's going to be pretty wild. Oh, that looks like Squires went a little deep in going into the hairpin. We'll have to see if Hignet's come through.
Ellis has gotten a good run again. There's Squires in front of Hignet. It looks like he's just starting to get a little bit of a gap there, just edging away, half a tenth here, half a tenth there. He's trying to catch up. He's pushing very, very hard with that forward to try to catch up to the lead group. The lead group got obviously a very, very good start there. Going onto the back straight towards 130R, which is a very, very fast corner, 5th gear. Around about 240 kilometres an hour in one of these cars, and you can get it very wrong if you turn in too late. But looks like he should be right on there and a little bit wide for Hignet, but that's pretty good there. It's not going to be an issue too much. They're normally cutting through Casino there. You take a lot of curb. That's where the time is, just cutting a lot of the curb there. And down the front straight again, here we go. With Ellis in front and still fastest lap to Johnston, and Squires pushing very hard. Here we've got Tafik trying to close up the gap to Akan. I hope I'm saying that right. Akan?
I'm going with Ankin.
He's thinking about it. He's thinking about it. Oh, no, he thought better of it. It's...
he's trying for one pub. That's Tall Fleeg, red flag. He's got the red mist on. I'm sure of it. We're hearing that it's the refresh of the broadcast as it tries to catch up with the internet side of things.
No, come on. You honestly, the red flag is for me in my commentary.
Yours. You're doing fan-bloody-tastic. This is your second go, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Doing bloody fantastic. Really good, George. Not much better. I've done it a few times. Oh, that happened sideways through Degner 1. Well held through the corner. So the Aston, that Aston is Madden, and we have Rochford catching back up. So looking at the top 10s now, we have Ryan behind Parker by 0.6. Ankin's 2 seconds behind Ryan, so it might be a battle between Ryan and Parker. Interesting one if Ryan, very quick operator as we've seen in previous races, whether they'll hold their position to get the pole for race 2.
Looks like a couple of little cars in the pits there. Not sure who they are there, but it looked like it was
just a glitch.
Okay.
Yeah, that's just a little glitch. Yeah, sometimes the broadcast, when it car loses a bit of sync, it'll be in the pits and come back on the track again. When sometimes you see a car teleport, they go to the pits and back again. Very disheartening. With the man with the beer on the side.
Ooh, Alice is taking a big racing line there. coming out of the casino, coming onto the front straight there. Here we go again. We've got Parker just in front of Ryan, who can't quite close that gap. He's battling, because obviously it's going to get a lot harder now once you get the top 10 to try to get past these people. Well, here we go. Tafik, he's definitely got a good run there on Octane. Can he get into turn 1? Yes, he does. Oh, there's a bit of a tap there. Oh, they've just kept it. They've saved it. I don't know how that stayed on the track, but that was a fairly hefty tap there from Octane on Tafik.
Oh, one of them. Yeah, from that angle, it's a bit hard to tell. It did look like Ankin turned in a little bit, but don't know. I'm going to reserve that one, and we'll get the driver's perspective after the race.
Absolutely. Normally, when you get a tap like that, especially on something like that, you're loading the tyres up. Oh, hang on, someone's gone off in the back there. Who was that? Surely I saw someone.
It did look very wide, didn't it? I saw a glimpse of a car.
I think it was the Porsche.
Wheel on the grass. So far, the only penalty coming through is for Chalmers in P19, car 78. Don't know what that one was for. Potentially that yellow flag incident. But only a speculator. Only one penalty so far. Been very clean so far. Building up for race 2. As we have 9 minutes to go, so roughly, I'd say 5 laps to go. As we have Warren and the Porsche really being a lot of harassment on Bub now. Let's see how the Porsche goes into the braking zone and through to 130R. Bit of aero wash going through 130R, so he'll need to turn. Oh, he's got a good drive here, hasn't he? He's going to have a look on the inside. He's going for it. They're beside each other. They're going to lift. There's going to be a touch.
Oh, there's a bit of a touch.
It's got through. I don't know what's going to happen here because he's lost an extra spot there, but now it's behind Johnson as well now, so that's 2 spots in one corner. If there's going to be a redress, it's going to be tricky, or there might be a steward investigation on that one. But certainly 2 hard charges going for the same bit of territory. Something's going to happen. But credit to both of them. Both stayed on track.
Yes, they did. It was depending on how far up along Warren was to Bub now. That's going to be interesting. We'll let that for the stewards to find out. Yeah, but here we go down there at the back now. I can see that Hignett is actually closed up on square as a fair bit. He's right on his tail now.
Oh, that's very close.
Very, very close. These guys seem to be going through now. Warren's just taking it easy there. He's just going to make sure his lines are right. Johnson is trying to close him down there. But yeah, going through Dunlop, going into Degner 1 and then into Degner 2. Testing 1, 2, 3. Hello.
Yeah, gotcha. Oh, some car has gone off at... Oh, yep, testing. I hear you testing my... I wasn't looking there. I was looking at the map where we had a car off in Dunlop corner. Oh, it isn't Hignett. You're right. Right on the back. And the 2 Porsches have cleared the Ferrari. So let's see if they can catch up on to P5.
Looks like we've got another penalty as well. It's gone to Clark, 15-second penalty for causing a collision on lap 7.
Yes, Chalmers had 2 pens, one for lap 3 and one for lap 7 incidents. So moving right along, Squires has pulled out a little bit on Hignett. We'll see. The Ferrari I always thought was decent under braking, but Squires has actually pulled a lot out there. Maybe a little moment for Hignett exiting the spoon curve. Oh, Squires a little deep through the Casio triangle. That'll cost me a few tenths and allow Hignett to catch up again as the 2 Porsches. And wow, Johnson's got through on Warren. What a drive. Now the 2 Porsches going down to turn 1, which has allowed Bub now to have a catch up as well. Not quite in the slipstream. We got Johnson on the right, got the better line into the corner. Both slide through and literally slide through turn 1 and turn 2. Excellent driving and battle on this little battle pack. So we have Warren at leaders pack. We have Johnson, Warren, Bub now, Parker and Ryan. And Ryan at the back there is in P10. So this is battle from P6 to P10.
Yes, it's going to get interesting. Oh, there's a little bit of slide there by Warren. Oh, sorry, Johnson, I should say. Just allows Warren to tighten up the bit there. Oh, hang on. Going into the curves, we've got the outside there of the Bentley of Parker. He's got a good run going into the Degner 1. Yes, he's got that done. Ryan's trying to look there. Can he get a good run now on Bubnow? Coming into the hairpin. He's close. Can he do it? Can he send it? Can he lick that stamp? No, he thought better of it. Tuck him behind. Let's see if we can do the next lap. It makes it very hard when it's close, yeah.
Did you see at the back there? Did you see us joining the party? That one red Nissan Ferrari of Torfig. He is not far behind. As we have Parker having a good run on Warren here. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting. Oh, did you just see the Porsche just launch away? Oh, Porsche, great car through the spoon. Excellent drive out. That was like 4 car lengths he pulled out. That's remarkable.
Settle down, Tiger. You and your bloody Porsche. I can't drive that thing to save my life.
So we have a little defender at the back there from Bubnow and Ryan going into the 130R. Let's see if Bubnow goes to defence and Ryan attack into the... Oh, he's gone deep there. Both 2 cars are going deep. We have Johnson going deep and Bubnow a tiny bit deep, which will allow Ryan to have maybe a look at turn 1 and maybe a token used for Johnson.
Here we go. Here we go. Can he do it? Square is on the outside. Is he game enough to try to go on the outside of Hignett? He's gone for it. He's going for it. But, he gets a little bit squirmy under brakes trying to pull it up.
Oh, that was super clean, though. Hard on the
outside. Very Vicky. Oh, these guys know what they're doing here. I mean, I've raced with these guys a few times, and, yeah, they're very, very clean. They give you just enough room to say that, they're not pushing you off the track. They drive very, very fairly, but very, very hard as well, which is very, very enjoyable. But look who's definitely catching up. He wants part of this action as well, which is Tafik. He's going, mate, I want a bit of this. I'm enjoying this. I want to be there as well.
And guess what the motivation for Tafik is? He's in P11 at the moment, and just down the road, 0.7 seconds away, that's P10 and pole for race 2.
Absolutely, and that's where you want to be in race 2, is in pole position. Make it. Oh, did he look like he was going to send it? No, he didn't. He's just trying to get a good line out and get the good drive out of there. That Nissan, obviously, we know once it hits 4th gear on the long straights, it just keeps them powering away. There's not too many cars that can stay with that thing in a straight line anymore. All right, going into Spoon. They're all settling down a bit now with 2 minutes 50 to go.
Oh, well, that went quick. So we have the leader going through 130R, so definitely 2 more laps to go. And I know one driver is going to be looking forward to the end of this race is our mate Pete Chalmers. Got an extra penalty on lap 8, so he now has 35 seconds worth. Looking forward to race 2. Have a little reset and go again. As Ryan was looking really racy on Bubnow. Having a look under braking. Nope, still straight lining it, keeping the pressure on. Any mistake from these top 5, 6 cars here. What's the gap? That's what, 2 seconds, 2.5 seconds for 6 cars. That's really tight.
Especially if it's only been 30 minutes as well. There was a safety car there, but yeah, I'm surprised how tight they're staying there. I would have thought a couple of them might have been able to stretch the legs, but yeah, this track doesn't make it easy to pull away as well, because you can gain a lot of time with just being smooth, especially through the snake there going into Dunlop. If you can get your power into Dunlop, that's where you can gain a lot of time going into Degner 1, and yeah, that's what caught me out last night. I came out of Dunlop a little bit slow, and yeah, had a couple of cars catch me through there.
Unfortunately, a little bit of zoom there. We've got the leader. Oh, a little nick on the corner there for Anne on the inside, pushing super hard. Doesn't need to. Just needs to stay close and make sure Torfig doesn't get a good run. About a second and a bit with Torfig behind, so looking relatively safe. I don't think it is. I'm going to call it. These guys are going to be station driving. What do you call it? Staying in position to the end of the race. So they'll have all good. This will actually bode really well for race 2, because all these guys are super fast.
Yeah, correct. And it'll be good to see, people like Alice, Monks, Johnston, who, you can see they've definitely got a good turn of speed there to try to carve their way through. It's not going to be easy for them to carve their way through, because these guys aren't exactly slow, and it's not exactly easy to overtake as well. So with 40 seconds to go, there'll be one more lap to go after this.
Speaking of overtake.
Yeah, overtake. Can he do it? Side by side, but there's the Porsche there, you and that Porsche.
Oh, but they're on the outside. he's messed it up, Parker, a little bit. He's defending, holding it up now, and Ryan, this is for pole. Still got one more lap. And that allows Johnson to pull away.
Yeah, look, going off the track, going off the track there, maybe maintaining or gaining a position is not exactly the best thing. Maybe he allowed him to go through there because he thought that he might have been asked to rest.
Big's having a look on inside of turn 1 and Bub now. This is for P10 and pole. He's didn't quite get hooked up there. One more lap to go. I think his best chance is going to be at the hairpin, so we'll keep an eye on that. The Ferrari is actually pretty good through the S's here. The Nissan, bit more on the acceleration out, but we'll see how it goes on the way in. So at the front we have Ellis, Monks and Johnson. Squires are still heading Hignett, and then we have Johnson, Warren, Parker, Ryan, Bubnow and Torfig. And as we look now at the Squires and Hignett battle, it's super tight, super close driving here.
Yeah, coming into the hairpin now. Look, Squires looks like he's pretty much got this under control, I believe. Look, I believe everyone's going to hold station now. No one can afford to hit anybody because the last thing you want to do is get a penalty, which will throw you out of that top 10. You don't want to be out of the top 10 and do another qualifying session. And oh, yeah, he did too. Oh, there's another side-by-side action through the hairpin.
Oh, Torfig's a little bit further back. Looks like he had a bit of a move on Bubnow, but Bubnow's actually... Did he fall back? I think Bubnow's fallen back.
Yeah, he must have fallen through, potentially through the Degners. Maybe he's gone a bit wide.
I saw it.
Yes, oh, he got tapped there. He absolutely got tapped there as well.
That's from Ankin. Oh no.
Oh no. But he maintained. He's still going there. And there's
Torfig 11.
Yeah. No, he should be 10th now because now.
There we go. Crazy timing tower. As the leader crosses the line, we have Bruno Ellis taking out race 1. There'll be Monks very close behind, and Patrick Johnston going through. And was that a slow Porsche exiting, or was it just my imagination? Probably my imagination. Thank you for the support of my imagination. So yeah, Squires, Hignett, Johnson, Warren's crossing the line, Parker, Ryan and Torfig taking out pole for race 2. Unfortunately, we have Bubnow, which I think he had a moment at second Degner. Going through, we have Madden, Ankin, Rochford, Nerison coming through in P15. Well done for our lead AM driver. And Rochford's come through. A little bit of a gap for the next group. Oh, a little bit more than a little bit more of a gap. Wow, they really pulled out a bit of gap. So we had Madden 11 seconds behind. And this is the mid-pack that had a bit of a moment after the restart. So that's why a little bit slow behind. For exciting times. So we have Chalmers. He's going to definitely fall down the list. Gosling. Eaton coming through for a fine P19. A difficult race for some people. We've got 5 more cars coming through. Well, that was a pretty epic race there. Got a Sam O'Brien coming through. Well done. He was at the end of the last car, at the end of lap 1. So good comeback drive.
Atkin got his 15-second penalty.
Oh, that came up quick.
Yeah, it did. So something must have happened there, causing a collision. Now,
that would be the one at Spoon on Bubnow.
Yeah.
And the other 2 drivers are in pits, probably due for damage. So, whew, take a rest, everyone. Grab a breath. Grab a quick drink. We got qualifying for, help me out here, race 2.
Race 2. So everybody from 11th onwards, who is 11, will go out to qualify. And from what I saw last night, it looks like wherever you qualify, depending on the numbers, you virtually start in those positions, wouldn't you? How many will go through on the qualifying? Is it a 50% rule still on that one?
No, just the top 10. So top 10 won't qualify, and everyone else goes. So I think that's 14 cars.
No. What I'm talking about is from 11th onwards, they all go out to qualify. Whoever finishes on qualifying, I think they all hold their positions from first all the way down. Or is there any that just bump up and the rest of them got to hold their positions?
Oh, sorry, I don't think I'm even listening properly. I'm so sorry, George. Yeah, so the top 10 Whoever finished P10, it will be on pole for race 2, but they don't qualify for the top 10. And then P11 backwards, they re-qualify, and the order they finish in their qualifying, they start from P11 backwards. So if you qualify, say Pete Viney, he finished P24 in race 1, but if he qualifies and it's pole in second qualifying, he'll be in P11 to start the race.
All right, now we've got that sorted. Now
it'll become more clearer once it all gets a bit rolling.
it's a late night. You did say to me early on before the telecast you were a bit tired.
That's good. Yeah. I had a big dinner too, so I got the worst of both worlds happening at the moment.
Now they're going to go out. Obviously, the qualifying start. They're going to go out and on their warm-up lap. Now it is at night now, so obviously it gets a little bit trickier now. The track gets a little bit greasier at night. If I'm not mistaken, the SUZUKA tends to become just a little bit greasier, but there's obviously a lot more speed involved because of the cooler air, which produces a little bit more power, and you can get a little bit more speed out of the car.
Oh, very much so. It's the rule of thumb, general rule of thumb, for each degree lower than 23 degrees, it's 0.1 lap time. So we qualified in, was it 22 degrees? So these lap times could technically be 0.4 of a second faster.
All right, so they're all just getting out there. They don't have much time here to do this. They're just going to make sure it all counts. Again, he's going through towards Spoon, prepping his tyres up, making sure he's getting enough heat in those tyres. Hopefully he's got enough, he's got his pressures right, the brake ducts right, to get all those pressures up to where it needs to be able to get the best possible drive coming out of all the corners. So he's heading down towards 138.
That's right. Yeah, George, just a comment there. I think you've changed microphones. It's like if you're on a laptop, it might be going through your laptop microphone potentially, rather than your headset microphone. Yeah, I know I move away from my seat a little bit when I get excited.
Is that a lot better?
Here we go. Just as you were before, that beautiful voice of yours.
You just want to hear my sultry voice.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We cover all members of our community, so yeah, bring it in.
Okay, they're all starting their, obviously they're all going to be starting their hot laps now. We're on, I'm presuming I'm saying that right, just address me right, Octane? Octane, thank you. As I've done, I had to learn Hignett because I completely stuffed that up last week, so I got Hignett right this week. Enkin's on his he's trying to keep it nice and tight. Can he get a really good drive out of Dunlop here? Going towards Digna 1, Digna 2, it's all about drive here. All about drive, getting the power down to the ground. Going into Digna 1, looks pretty smooth, takes a little bit of curb, looks reasonably stable. Going into Digna 2, pretty good, powering out of there. Short shifting to make sure he gets all the possible drive and the maximum acceleration out of the car. Going into the hairpin, looks smooth. Representative lefts will be after this one, so we'll just have to see how they're going on those.
Yeah, so the first lap would be indicative, but it'll be lap 3, which would be probably the best lap, unless you've made a mistake. That'll be the most optimum lap to get your time on, set your time on. As we can see, this is his first flying lap, right? Or is this second?
First flying lap.
Okay, so he's got a delta up. It's confusing me very easily. Stupid game confusing old people like me. Unbelievable.
Mate, I've got you covered, sunshine.
Welcome. Well, speaking of old people, over 50 racing. If you're in OOR community, we have an over 50 group of people that race on Monday nights. Feel free to join. It's not stewarded and not broadcast, but we have some very astute and refined gentlemen driving in that series. I am one of the younger members, to be honest, which is we have a first lap coming through of a 2 minutes 0.3 for Enkin, and not far behind is Urshan in Pro-Am and Chalmers. I expect Chalmers to probably have a very top result here. He was well behind the pack in race 1 in quali 1. Yeah, so come join us on Monday nights. for some over 50 racing. And additional to that, we have LMU, which was earlier tonight, our current Sprint Series, and also we have the Academy. If you feel like you need to improve and get familiar with OOR and our racing, and you want to get better, join our Academy series, as you see on the screen now. If you need to contact anybody, go through our Discord or hit octaneonlineracing.com, I believe. Hey, I remembered something. How good is that? And there'll be some entry forms there that you can join up on. And after that, we also have the Duo series and our Endurance series. And there's our Club 50 for 50 plus. And it is a hard 50 plus. If you're 49 and you turn 50 in December, you're going to have to wait till December. It's a hard line. We've had discussions before, getting some people wanting to join at a younger age, but just getting younger and younger, and so we had to draw the line at 50 is where we start from. As Ankin on, he's just, that is the, didn't get to finish my statement. Ankin invalidated his lap there, unfortunately. There's Brickley coming through, currently running in P7, 0.17 up, going through Domlock, that was, I think. And here we go, Charles.
0.7 up. If he gets this, he'll be very, very low. He could actually go into provisional pole if he can maintain this. He's coming out of Casino and he's losing a little bit of time, but can he get the power down with that? Ooh, this is going to be very, very close. Yes, I reckon he'll go into provisional pole. I reckon he'll go to 2 minutes, 0.1. Yes, he did. He just got... you'll have to help me with that second name. Sorry, with the forward.
Urshan.
Yeah, Urshan. You just pipped him. He's still got probably another 10th in him as well. Look, I believe pole and he'll be 2 minutes flat. I don't think they'll do a 159. I didn't see any 159s in the second one from second
Rochford did go qualify P11 for race 1, so he's a shout out for having a good quali. I did take a screen cap earlier. I'll see how the other qualifiers went. I'll just go. You can talk the screen while I try and find my numbers.
Chalmers just gone into P1 with a 2 minutes, 0.137 by 2 1,000ths of a second. I see there.
Yeah, so I got Rochford at P11, and then Ankin and P13, and Rossa and P12. Gee, I did that in the wrong order. So I had Rochford, Rossa, and Ankin P11, 12, and 13 for Quali 1.
Okay, now we're on Brickley there. He's Delta is just there, and he's toying with it going into the green, but he's in 6th overall at the moment, which is in the qualifying session, but not necessarily in the race 2.
Yeah, it's a bit tricky to call some of these because some of these drivers may have made mistakes, so we'll have to give them a little bit of time to get their eye in. And also, now it's dark, your turn-in points and your braking points have changed, but now it's actually closed up on some drivers in front. One of the rules we have in OOR is if you're on a valid qualifying lap, you cannot be overtaken. So if now it's 5 seconds faster than the car in front, he's not allowed to overtake if that car is on a valid lap. So you might have to back. Well, look at Bud now. Yeah, so he did make a mistake before. He's found 1.4 seconds. Still 1.8 behind pole at the moment, so he's still got a lot of work to do.
Yeah, here he goes. He's just slowing down the spoon to give himself a bit of a break. He can't maintain that. He'll probably let someone pass here.
It's wise.
If he's got it, yeah, very, very wise. Very smart head, Mr. Bud. Now he knows what's going on. He's not silly.
Yeah, what he might need to do is back up a little bit more because the cars in front may also back up. We've got 3 minutes left. That's what a good 2 laps to go. So he doesn't want to slow up too much and let the tyres cool, but also have enough gap. As we see Madden go.
That's a big sideways drifting through there. Through spoon, big sideways.
I called that a broadcaster curse. We just cut to him. All right, Viney's turn. Keep it straight, mate. Half a second up, going through Dunlop. Someone sort of skimmed through the dirt and was on the right there. Not sure what that was. That could have been Parkin? No. As we see Brickley move up into P8 with his lap. Coming through the Nissan car 109. Viney's still keeping half a second up, finding a bit of time. Going heavy braking, making a lot of time under brakes first. and pulled up 0.2 and lost a little bit on the exit. Just hoping he can keep it straight. Tiny bit down. We'll see if he goes through the spoon.
Yeah, coming into spoon, let's see if he can maintain it. He's just bleeding a little bit of time. He's going out of the braking again. The Porsche braking in the front end steering on it is just fantastic. I mean, that's the one thing I could definitely say. I'm not happy with the back end because I can't keep the thing straight, but you can. Oh, look, he's gained a bit of time there. Now he's 0.6, 0.7.
Excellent drive.
Yeah, very good drive, and he's just gaining time down that straight, and that's what you want to see. Great acceleration and going to 130R. Can he maintain it without going wide?
This is a pole lap. This is a pole lap for him. He's
Could be. Can he get through Casino Square without making any mistakes?
Oh, he's mad.
Oh, chance just over 2 minutes, 0.052. This is going to be close.
He's dropping time. It's going to be.
Yeah, he's lost a bit of time there. He might get into second.
No. Whoa, that's tight grid. As P3, Urshan is staying in the pits, and we have Bub now correcting his time, and Rossa. Oh, that's a close time as well. That's just in front of Chalmers. The time's just kicking down now. 1.7 seconds, 0.2 off pole. As we have Bub now going through 130R, making some time, super fast, stays within limits, heavy braking, 1.8 seconds to the good, getting a little bit of time, up to 2 seconds, got the exit going, he's finding time. This is going to be a pole lap. Keep it on the black stuff and keep it planted, and you have provisional pole for now. Or not. Oh yes. It does.
So 159.877 made a liar out of me. I didn't think anyone was going to get 159, and he actually did it, and that's it. He didn't have any more fuel to do another lap, so that was it. Now, can anyone catch him on that one? We're looking at Atkin. No, 0.74.
With Tio at the moment. Yep.
Puts himself into 5th place.
And he's got an extra lap. A couple of drivers not going out again. P1, P2, 4 and 6 are staying in the pits. Some extra drivers still on track and setting times. Someone now just crosses the line to start the last lap. No, that would be time over, I think, for car 833. I want to keep an eye on. Here we go, Chalmers. That's the guy I wanted to see. He was pretty quick. He's pretty quick. He's found a lot of time through the Casio. Oh, he's had
lost it. He's gone. He got a bit sideways. No,
that would have been super tight because he was definitely up. Oh, that is best you can do now is P3. So we got left. We got Tio that was still on circuit, and we're looking at Parkin now. Got room to make. Oh, needs a 10th to make a spot. Going to be challenging. Looking like a no. And then we got car 332, I think, coming now through the Casio Triangle, and that was Rochford, 0.875 behind. Let's just keep an eye on the screen. Here we go. We found Rochford. Can he get a good drive out the corner? 0.18 down. That's looking like no. Oh, there. Yeah, the tyres are giving up at the moment. Oh, here we go. Madden, 0.5 up. Slight poor drive out of Spoon. Got the straight to come yet. We'll find out whether he's had a good 130R or not and keep his time up. And then just the challenge of the Casio Triangle.
Thanks for trying to correct me too. You should have corrected me. I've been calling it Casino Triangle. Blood dud. It's Casio Triangle. Everyone, I do apologise for that.
I didn't even notice. So half a second doesn't matter.
What type of support are you to me? I'm new to this. You're supposed to help me.
Here he goes. 0.4. He's going to give P6. He's crosses the line. P5. Well done. So Butner, Rosso, Chalmers, Ankin, Madden, Urson, Tio, Viney, Parkin and Rochford finish out our top 10.
So obviously Bubner now will start in the 11th spot in second race, and everybody else in the top 10 will go reverse grid.
Yeah, so what happens now is the race director will call out the P10 from the last race, which will be Taufik. He'll drive forward and stop probably in turn 1 somewhere and consecutively work for P9, 8, 7, 6 back to the winner, who'll be P10, and they drive down to the end, stop, and then the rest of the field leave in their regular order, and then we start the formation lap.
And also what happens in this one as well, if a lot of people don't know, because obviously the winner of the first race is reverse grid, these green lights take a little bit longer to take off. Basically, the car that's obviously first at the moment now will cross the start line, but it will not go green until pretty much the 10th place car goes through, and that's when it goes
That's
green.
right. Yes. Yep. So I need to keep that in mind when it's my turn to call the mayhem of race 2. So race 1 had a safety car. Race 2, thoughts?
It's going to be interesting. I do believe it's not going to be as easy, but yeah, we know that we've got a few of the quicker guys down the back there, which is obviously Alice, Monks, Johnson, Hignett and all that. They're going to be making their way through, but it's going to be very, very interesting. The one thing I also noticed with SUZUKA at night as well, have you noticed that it kicks up a lot of dust and you actually get blind corners and you can't see them?
Yep. In my early days, as we go through the grid looking at these spectacular liveries, the Rochford easy car to pick out with the pink headlights. Thank you, mate. It makes it much easier for us. In my early days, I always thought there was a car off, so I'd always slow down and then I'd get overtaken. And then I find out later it's just air. There's nothing there.
The one thing you see about all these liveries, there's a lot of time and effort that goes into these liveries. A lot of them do a lot of custom work, and I've sort of tipped my hand in to try to do it. It's not easy, and some of the stuff that gets presented is just absolutely fantastic, and the amount of time and detail goes into them, it's great.
Oh, absolutely. Some excellent content creators that we have. Even the Porsche, you think it's just a straight up black-white. No, it's got white dots on it. It's very colourful. We have a Ferrari logo on that Nissan there. Like, what the hell, man? What's going on?
I said that last week. I like the army delivery on the Mustang.
That's Squires Ford. Yep.
Yeah,
very iconic car. It's great. It's one for like having the one livery because it makes it easier for everyone, for the commentators to pick out the cars. So thanks to Squires for keeping the same livery for a couple of seasons now. Appreciate it, mate. And here's the cars being called out for their formation lap forming. So we'll see some cars drive off and everyone else stays still. Yeah, so it's going to be pretty much mayhem. The weather I saw earlier was 17 degrees ambient, 17 track, a little bit of cloud, no rain, and I believe no wind. So another dry race. And again, another 30-minute race with no pit stop. That's mandatory, so it's race to the flag. So I was asking you earlier, where's the issues going to be? See, as you see on Carl's Porsche on the right, I thought it was just plain white, but I see it now. It's the white's actually quite good. I like it. I'm calling a big issue at the hairpin. That's my commentator curse. I'm getting in early.
At the hairpin.
Yep. Because people are going to be, like I was last night, desperate to make spots to try and get the moves up. But this top 10, they're all very quick cars. It's going to be pretty amazing, I reckon. It's going to be a fantastic race. And
Correct.
We have the cars rolling around now. So we have our Torfig leading. That was Ryan. Hopefully the timing gets sorted after the first sector, and then we can work through there. So we had Ellis winning the first race. Who shall pick for race 2?
Ooh, race 2. That's going to be a good one. Oh, geez, you put me on the spot there. Thanks a lot for that. That's going to be
easy.
One.
I can help you out a little bit with my thoughts. My thoughts are Taufik knows how to win. He's a fast driver. He's got a shout out. And Ryan as well, looking from the last couple of races, he's been super quick as well. And Hignett's got to go. Squires was fast. I thought Hignett was faster than Squires in the last race. Not so much on the straight, but in the lap overall. So it'd be interesting if Squires can get past Hignett on the straight. If he cannot, I'm picking Hignett. I'm picking my podium of Taufik, Ryan, Hignett. That's my podium.
Ooh. Oh, that's a very cool call. I'm going to go... I'll go Ryan. Tofik. And yeah, probably can't go past Hignett. I think it might be just a little bit too hard for Alice to get past everybody to get up the top there. But look, there's always a possibility of a few errors there, so that would be my top three there, and Tofik and Hignett yourself.
Okay, let's see how we go. All right, so I got the challenge of calling the cars in the dark. I'm going to probably be leading with colours and shapes. So that'll be my best I can do for everybody.
Oh mate, you'll do this. You'll do this easy.
I can imagine. I've been rehearsing this for a couple of days now. As far as I got was cars. There's cars. As the,
you didn't have faith in me. That's why you were rehearsing. You thought you would have had to do both of them.
Oh no, I was going to make you do both of them. let's see how fast my brain works tonight. All right, so the cars are forming up double file, leading into the Casio Triangle is Tofik Oran, pole man on the right-hand side, and the right-hand side has the better lead into turn one. Cars zipping up to close up the gaps. It's looking pretty good so far. That Bentley of Patrick Johnson needs to close up a little bit. The other cars are pretty close. Hignett's looking very racy, very close behind Warren in front. I believe it's Warren. It's Warren in front. Lights are red. Car lights are on, rolling down. They're going a little bit past the line here. Good formation lines here. Go down the grid boxes, guys. That's a really excellent job. And we are off for round two. Cars going left and right. Looks like Warren had a good run leading out. He could be P2 or 3 leading to turn one. Tofik got a good drive and Ryan was on the outside. Ryan still going on the outside. Looking in front of Tofik. Does not get there. 3 side-by-sides. A little bit of rumping with Carl Johnson. Forgot his name. Hignett's coming through. He was behind car 216, which is Parker in the Bentley, staying very close. Rand's having an excellent drive on Tofik. Guys are so close together. Our pole man's still rolling there. No yellow flags at the moment. Rand is super pressuring Tofik there. We'll see how we go going through Dunlop. They're going to have a look. He was a bit passive going through the Degness and keeping it safe, but with a race win on the hands, how hard are we going to go through? So we got Tofik, Ryan, there was a Porsche, the Bentley, and the Ferrari of Hignett. Behind Hignett was Johnson. Here we go. Tofik defending. Ryan taking the title line. Johnson defending. Around the outside is going a Bentley. On the inside is Squires. A couple of cars have a little nudge going through. Mostly safe. A couple of stragglers coming through. Oh, a few stragglers coming through. Had a bit of a moment. Tofik actually launched herself out of the hairpin and got a bit of a run on Ryan. Ryan's going to have a big drive down the straight to get a chance at the Casio Triangle, but I think that's enough for Tofik to get through, and so far we are good. And my commentary curse for lap one did not happen.
It's at night. Everyone takes it a little bit easy because the track's a little bit greasier. Oh, we've got some side-by-side action there with Johnston and going through 130R. Did they hold it?
Is that Johnson?
He just overtakes. Yes, he did overtake Johnson on Johnson.
That little clip there from Hignett on going through. The Ferrari is a bit iffy going through the Casio Triangle. The Bentley looks a bit squirrely, but tyres are still cold getting through there. 2 cars at the back still coming through, but nothing major on lap one. It's as far as I can tell, that was good. Let's see how we go.
Side-by-side action down the back here between the McLaren and the Ferrari.
Yep.
Yeah. And they're all going to settle down. They're all going to settle down into their race now. Again, it's definitely at night. It's definitely need to be a little bit smoother there. So they're going to try to generate some heat. It does take at night in Suzuka, if I wasn't mistaken, at least 1 or 2 laps to get your tyres up to optimum temperature. So they need to get through that because it can get a little bit squirrely. So who we got here? I
was just seeing that. It's like there's Ellis has a bit of a gap behind Squires. There's 1.5 seconds there. So maybe an aborted overtaking move. So cars are sparking as they go through Digna 2, leading up to the hairpin. Here we go. That's Parker leading in on Hignett. Oh, sideways action. That was Warren getting sideways. Very good save there and catched and drove off down out of the exit to the hairpin. That was well saved there. which has allowed Parker to catch up. There's a bit of a gap behind Parker to Hignett, but that's sort of extended now. Yes, and funny, who's gone wide? That's Warren gone wide. That's allowed Parker to get through on P3 on the Bentley, which is going to allow the Ferrari have an excellent run on the Porsche down the straight, where Hignett getting the slipstream, which is also Warren's going to have to slipstream in front. This is going to be interesting. It's going to be a side by side. Warren's taking the inside line on.
Oh, that's a big hit there into 130R, and he kept it.
Almost didn't make it. Keep it safe. That's a good rejoin, and he's rejoined in behind Ellis. Or Mux. That's quite a few spots there lost by Hignett. Worth a go. Two cars off. That's no! Tawfik and Rayan off. Tawfik's gone through.
Rayan slowed down. I think either he's trying to readdress, so there might have been something there. You might have tapped him from behind there. We'll need to get a replay on that. That's a big decision maker there on race 2.
That's an oopsie, as we like to say in the industry.
Commentator's curse, mate. We had him on the...
At the back. That was a blue Aston. I think that was Gosling, went sideways, and Rothschild, I think, hit him. I'm not sure on that. So anyhow, we have Ryan on behind Brickley back in P16, P17, and our leader of Tawfik is back in P14. It's a very spicy race 1, where now we got Parker in the Bentley, who's got through on Warren, who's under huge pressure by Johnson in the other Bentley. Hang on, I just realised there's 2 Bentleys, both in the top 3. And if you stretch it out, there's 2 Porsches in the top 4.
You had to throw that in. Well, hopefully we can get a replay of exactly what happened to Tawfik. And
we'll let the TV director sort through that one, and we'll keep going with what we got here. So we got Johnson on Warren. So Warren's already had issues going through the spoon, losing a bit of confidence. Oh, here we go. There's a move by Johnson on the inside of Warren into the spoon, getting through very, very cleanly. I didn't see any rubbing his racing here, which has allowed Carl Johnson to never go on Warren as well. So Warren's had a bit of a spook and needs to regain his composure and get going again, driving very hard and still very, very much at the front of the pack. So everything to play for is we have Squires making a move on the inside of Johnson. Did they touch? I don't think so. Oh, but they got through. Very close move there at the 130R of Johnson and Squires.
Coming out of... Sorry, what was that? Oh, the replay coming in. Oh, here we go.
We go
into Casino Square. What's going on there? And...
looks fine.
Looks like... Oh, on power. Oh, no.
I can see why Ryan slowed down.
Yeah, he's trying to readdress. He's done the right thing. Look, yes, he did hit him. Mistakes do happen, but, you know, he readdressed. I like that. I see a lot of drivers never readdress. I do it. It annoys me that if I hit someone, I'll stop. I don't care. I know I'm going to get a penalty for it. But I always readdress. I'd like how he stopped and readdressed. That's good, because he doesn't mean to hit anyone. These guys know how to race together, and, you know, they don't mean to hit anybody, and just occasionally get caught out. And he's done the right thing.
Redressing, yes, can be good. I'm agreeing with you there, but it's not a mandatory requirement. Let the stewards decide what happened, because being in the car in the heat at the moment, you actually don't know if it was your fault or the other guy's fault. Maybe Tawfik had hit his brakes, just a speculator, for example. Then it would have been on Tawfik, because that's a full acceleration zone. So redressing there, I sometimes also leave it to the stewards to decide and race on. But that being said, we have 2 Bentleys and a Porsche in the top 3 of Parker, Johnson and Warren. We have Squires screaming up the list in P4, and Carl Johnson sliding back a little bit in I nearly said P52. That's his car number. He's in P5. Ellis is making some moves up in P6, only half a second behind. This pack's actually pretty tight and close. Warren 1.3 off P2, so he's going to be the bottleneck. And look at the time gaps all the way back down to P9. There's only less than a second or less than half a second for every car. This is all to play for.
Yeah, that's the same thing I've noticed as well, that at night the cars seem to be a lot closer. They don't spread out as easy, maybe because it's track conditions. But yeah, Alice is pushing. Yeah, the reverse grid as well. That helps as well. Alice is pushing pretty hard to catch up. Fastest lap with 2 minutes point
here we go.
2 by Squares. Oh, inside move there on. Oh, they're going side by side, going into turn 1 and 2.
Warren defended, excellent.
Yeah, very, very well. Good driving there, side by side.
Oh no, there's another yellow at the exit of 130R. That's our mate Sam O'Brien in the crazy Mercedes. I have it under good authority. The Mercedes is extremely difficult to drive through the 130R because it has lift-off oversteer, and that's actually how you take 130R. You have a little lift. As we see, Squire's really putting a lot of pressure on Warren. Let's see how they go through the Degners and leading up into the overtaking position of the hairpin.
I see that Ross has got a 15-second penalty there for contact.
Yeah, not sure what lap that was from. Reading through the commentary notes, nothing at the moment, but that's okay. The stewards will be super busy with lap 1 with a bit of a slide from Squires exiting the hairpin, which has allowed Carl Johnson. And look at his livery in the mirror. How close is Johnson to Squires to see the car that well? That's some excellent driving.
Contact lap 1, 10-second penalty.
There we go. Yeah, easy to do lap 1. There was a bit of yellow there. Squires is doing all right through here. I don't know. We got Carl Johnson getting a bit iffy. Maybe a little bit of error wash through the spoon curve. And I like the shadows from the car in front from the headlights. You can see it on the bridge and whatnot. Oh, I thought that was a good effect from the graphics team.
Oh, big slide there. Big slide.
Yeah, that's a new pair of pants right there.
That's why I don't like driving that bloody thing.
Yeah, that's a bit wild.
Oversteer, yeah.
Oh, you're super under brakes there. Looks like Squires has really got the medal on Warren here. So Warren's under huge pressure. Squires going to the inside.
For Johnson on Parker as well.
Here we go. A car leaving the pits. Yep. Warren's led him through. Wise decision to keep the pace up, don't lose less time. And you're saying that Johnson and Parkin having a bish bash bosh?
Yeah, they went into turn 1 almost side by side, but obviously Johnson just pulled out of it to make sure he didn't hit him. And yeah, it's Bentley on Bentley here. What could happen here?
Absolutely nothing. Nothing will happen. Guaranteed.
Well, let's hopefully get Squares up there to make it
I'm doing my best. That's my best commentary curse I could ever think of. Okay,
going into going into Tegna 2 now. They're going into the hairpin there. They're just going to wait until the straights now. It's all coming down between those two Bentleys because they're obviously like for like. We don't know what their setups are depending on wing and all that sort of stuff, but they're generally going to be the same. It's all going to be who gets the power down on the ground a little bit better and getting onto those straights and see if they can get the overrun on them.
Yep. And the penalty for Ryan has come through. That's 15 seconds. That's for the hit on Torfig at the beginning of the race and the Casio Triangle. Here we so we got Parker and Johnson. 0.2, less than 0.2 of a second. And then we have another high big engine car of Squires. I wonder if Squires can catch up, because he took a little bit, I wouldn't say it took a lot of time to get through the Porsches, but it's definitely been held up by the Porsches for sure. This is his time to shine. So 2.4 seconds behind Johnson. Absolutely no slouch of a driver. Also, I'd say similarly matched cars, and you can see the gap now already that Squires pulled on Warren. And also, don't forget, reverse grid, Warren was up near the front, so Warren would naturally fall back unless he's having an extremely good race. And Warren is having a good race, so no disrespect there, driving very well. Yeah, Squires caught up 0.3 in the last sector. So we'll keep an eye on that time.
Lap of 2 minutes, 0.1. If these two keep on battling up like that, they're going to slow themselves down a little bit. That'll allow Squares to catch up. And Warren as well, though, could all potentially catch these two. There's 17.5 minutes to go. Anything's possible, but actually you get very, very interesting towards the end if it keeps on going like this.
Yep. Oh, we got a car off in turn 1. I think it's car number 6. Who's that? Foxtrot in the Porsche. Yeah, difficult corner for that one in the Porsche. And speaking of difficult corners...
Oh, he's gone wide. Oh, Johnston.
Not only wide...
Wall?
It looked like he did. He did have some funny bouncy moments. You'll need another drink from the drink on the side.
Make Squares even more interested in this battle now.
Oh, 100%. It's like you can smell the exhaust now, and also hear the driver think and change his mind of how to defend. So be able to read his mind now.
Yeah, it allows Parker to take a little bit of a deep breath now to concentrate on his lines, not to worry about looking in his mirrors. He could just try to concentrate and keep some smooth laps and try to maintain that gap a little bit. Looks like there's another penalty that's come through for Rockford there. 15 second. I'll be assuming that's for a collision early on, maybe lap 1, lap 2.
Yeah, that's interesting. You got caught in a moment, so I'm not sure what happened there. The car looked like it was happening in front. But anyhow, it's all speculation.
There's one to come through. Madam has received the 15-second penalty for causing collision on lap 2. But I can't see it. I can't see it on the list there. But I'll see it in comms.
It'll be coming through with race stock. They'll be keying it in.
Sorry. Sorry again.
It's all right. I have a tendency to read the names from the timing tower rather than the name in the bottom right. So I'm still trying to break that habit. So we have Zach Warren in the Lead Rocket Racing, or was it Lead Rocket Racing? I don't know. It's a good play on words. Is it lead? Leading the lead? Either way, he is leading Carl Johnson. I'm losing my mind. Ellis hasn't, still keeping close to these guys, only 0.5 behind from P6, but he started P10. There's already been some issues with Torfig and Ryan dropping out, so Ellis really has only made 2 positions on track, considering the other 2 have gone off. So he's having a hard time staying up in front. Patrick Johnson's close back up to Parker, and Squires is 1 second behind. And further second behind is Warren. So I'm going to suggest that Parker might be the cork in the bottle in this race with 14 minutes to go.
Yeah, which is going to allow them to all tighten up, because you could also see Johnson, Ellis and Munt very close behind, with Bubnauer. Chalmers is very close as well. Mate, it's going to get very interesting towards the end. I reckon give it another 5 more minutes, it's going to get very nice.
Oh, yeah, definitely. So the tricky thing through this corner is the error wash. You got to turn a little bit. Oh, there we go.
Look at the drive. He's on the grass. Yeah. He had to.
Oh, he's Wayne punted him. He's gone deep. Parker's gone deep. Johnson's gone on the outside. Driving on the Astro. Is he going to get a good drive out? Which has allowed Squires to catch
in as well. Here we go. This is getting very interesting going into turn.
Go, my son.
Yeah,
right.
Squires
It's going to be 3 wide.
No,
it's not going to be 3 wide.
Yeah,
surely not.
Yeah, I reckon it will be. No, Squires pulled out of it. He's a little better out of it. Oh, there was a tap there. There was a bit of a tap there, I think.
I know. I don't think there was. It was super close. I think it was like a piece of paper.
A tellio paper, you mean?
Yeah, one of those. I was going to say a cigarette paper. Yeah.
Tellio paper is cigarette paper.
That's I was backing you up. But yeah, it looked like Parker was coming back in and turned out of it a little bit before Squires got in. But excellent move there by Johnson and Squires to get past Parker. Now it's going to be a race on, so we're going to see how fast Johnson is in clear air, and also Squires how fast he is needing to chase someone down that's already pretty quick. And Parker now defending against Carl Johnson has got past Warren. So Warren has dropped the spot, which has allowed Ellis to catch up again. Ellis having a little look. Pretty close, and not far behind Ellis is Monk. So this group is super tight. Again, doing really well.
Yeah, it's very tight there, and Monks is probably sick to death to see in the back of Ellis's car, because he was doing the same thing in race 1 as well. He was probably hoping he could get past him. But that Audi, if I'm not mistaken, that Audi's got very good acceleration out of corners, hasn't it? I haven't driven that for years.
Oh, he's on TC1, isn't he? Isn't it what they say at the Audi? The TC's rubbish, so you're better off driving it on 0 or 1. And that's where it's better, but it's very hard to drive, so it's a high skill cap like the Porsche.
We know Ellis has got a lot of skills.
On the inside.
He did. He's made a move too. Great braking there. Powers out of Casino Square down the front straight. Now he's set his sights on Johnson.
Johnson, yeah. Which has allowed Monks to have a look at getting past Warren with the super fast Aston, having a little look, bit of a mind punt, did not work. And Warren goes through the corner quite nicely. Nice seeing these cars at night, they're very spectacular. And with the cooler temperatures now dropping to 16 degrees, it just like Thermaltake cooling, keeping your cases cool. And thank you Thermaltake again for sponsoring.
Well done there.
Thank you.
There you go, coming up there, Thermaltake ACC Sprint Series. Thank you for sponsoring us again. Great product there. Ring them up. The guys there at Thermaltake will certainly hook you up with all your great gear there to get the Simrig running nice and cool and as quick as possible.
100%. Guess someone who's had a slightly better race than race 2 is Pete Chalmers, holding out in P9, 4 seconds behind Bub now, doing quite well. And also Viney had a really diabolical first race, also having a better race 2. So and Hignett holding 12 feet back at 4 seconds. And where is Ryan gone? Is he still rolling, or is he RTG and called it a 9? Anyhow. P11? How did
He's behind Rosser.
Wow, I did not expect that. So Ryan let Torfig through, right? We saw that. I expected Ryan to be behind Torfig because Torfig's no slouch, right? And Hignett's also now slouch. How did he get so up front? That's amazing. Okay, we've got more comments from our pit reporter saying that there might be an additional issue with Hignett and Torfig potentially having some issues during the race as a sub 2 minute lap cracking through a 59.5. Thank you very much. That's very quick time for race pace.
He looks like he's got that Bentley dialed in. He's going through Snake now. Looks pretty stable, pretty clean there, and he's just putting the hammer down, and Square is trying to keep with him, but he's just dropping 1 or 2 tenths per lap there. And it looks like it's all starting to spread out a little bit there. They're all sort of trying to get their second wing. Ellis is 0.5 behind Johnson there to see if they can tighten up a little bit more and get something interesting there. At the moment, Johnson's doing it very easily, and here we go, straight on it. Ellis is trying to tighten up, and obviously Johnson on Parker's getting a little bit good as well. Obviously, after getting overtaken twice there, either Parker's had a bit of an issue or something like that, and the car's not quite handling as what it was at the start. Ellis has got a pretty good run. Sorry?
Yep. I'd say it'd be just outright pace. Yeah, Squires and Johnson are very, very pacey drivers. Parker also very good, but being pro class and silver class, the expectation, just watching Ellis having a little look on Johnson there through into the spoon. So I'm looking at Ellis and Monk still to make some moves forward. I think the rest of the pack will stay pretty static apart from Ryan, who seems to be super fast now. He's only 0.1 behind Rosser, so we're expecting that timing to change. It's going to be interesting watching the Aston and the Porsche go. Ooh, did Carl Johnson have a little bit of another wobble there? As we have Ellis having a look around the outside, going to do it the hard way. He bailed for turn 2, which I think is fair driving, which has put him off for the move down to turn 1. Excellent driving and good resiliency for Carl Johnson. As we have, there was another quick little yellow. I didn't quite see it, but it was in Casio Triangle, a little yellow there. So all action still happening.
And in the background, go inside. Did he get it pinned? Did Monks get in the inside of Warren?
He did not.
No, he didn't. Warren obviously got the drive out of turn 2 to keep that in front, but they were definitely side by side going into turn 2.
Oh, replay. Whoa!
That's it. That's what happened.
That's the first spin. Oh no, that's it. Yeah, where the tyres are cooked like that. Where are we going? We're going through the S's. Part 1. Clip the curb. That's fine. Clip the curb. 2, that's fine. I have trouble there, and yeah, I don't.
It was on power. Oh,
Yeah, it was the pendulum effect for the change of direction. Ugh.
oh, you look at his trying to
Did you see him snake off and just trying to get going again? That car is all the tyres are done. Good job finishing.
One thing I've noticed is that definitely when you spin, especially when you spin as hard as that, the tyres never recover. You do suffer with them for the rest of the race.
Yeah, you're right. They are cooked. It's not. And yeah, Ferrari things, that's Ferrari things. Porsche, that's Porsche things. Squires has fallen back with 3 seconds from Patrick Johnson. He is absolutely flying out there. Expecting, where's the leader? Going through the Casio Triangle now. We got 6 minutes to go, so we got about 3 laps to go. And I'm looking for a little purple blip from Johnson as he crosses the line.
Johnson's thinking about it.
Ooh. Just got the end of that. I was too busy looking somewhere else, but Ellis, what a move. Johnson, excellent defending, very robust, and there we go. A 59.4. That's good times. And Ellis getting there, Monk's not getting there. No, best time for Carl Johnson at the moment is 2 minutes point 3, and his last lap of a 2 minutes point 1. 2 minutes and 1 second point 1, point 0. There was an extra pen come through for Foxtrot. I've only just noticed now. So our driver in P23, car number 6, has got a plus 10.
Yeah, also Parkin's got a 5-second penalty for causing a collision on lap 7 as well. Has come through as well.
Ooh, a lot of work for the stewards tonight. Oh, replay. We have again Torfig and Ryan behind. Torfig in front. And Torfik, he's gone. Oh, he's backwards.
That's it. Well done. Let it go back. It's not like it was in race 1 where the car stopped in the middle of the track and then,
I got caught once when the car did that, and I went to go around him, and he let the brakes go as he's rolling off to get off the circuit, which was good for him and most people. But I got caught, and I had to keep driving right off the circuit. So the Christmas tree's coming back. So we got we got 5 penalties now. Stewards were saying they're up to lap 7, so they're only 5 laps behind. They're doing a fantastic job tonight. So shout out to our stewarding team, all volunteers, and also if you'd like to join us with Ellis having a look at Carl Johnson. Oh, he's got a run on him. He's going to have a look on the inside. Johnson pushes his way through. Ellis on the outside, off circuit. I don't think it would be fair to make a move. He's having a look on the outside again as Carl Johnson brakes
another
early.
Tap there, another tap in the green quarter again.
Oh, man. Very robust defence. This is excellent driving by Johnson. Really respectable.
Oh, that allowed...
Warren.
Yeah.
Warren's going to look. Is he going to go? No, is he?
No, surely not.
Is he?
No, it's not. No, it's not happening.
He's not doing it.
Turn it up, Tiger. It's a Porsche. There's no way the Porsche can do that.
Oh, hello. New pen come through. Johnson's got 5 seconds. Porsche driver. I'm guessing some of the robust defending, potentially.
Maybe an Ellis, I'd like to see where that would come from.
We'll see if something comes through. Oh, he's off. Johnson's off. And what happened there? Disconnect.
Maybe a disconnect, yeah.
Yeah, so it's Johnson, the Porsche, the drive. Yeah. What was he? It's in P4. Our P4 driver. Did he get... Looks like he is disconnected. That's a big shame. He was having such a great race. That's a big poo shame in that one. Yeah, I didn't even get to do it, but I was thinking Carl Johnson, driver of this race. I didn't even say anything. I was just thinking it. So sorry, Carl, mate. You're driving super well up until then. Respectable driving. So bringing us now. So that's released Ellis to catch up on Parker. 2 seconds behind with potentially, where's the leader? Is halfway down the back straight. Yeah, we'll have 2 more laps to go. We have 6 drivers currently with some penalties. Then we have the leading pack is we have Johnson, Squires, Parker, Ellis, Warren, Monks, but now Ryan, Chalmers and Rossar holding in our top 10.
Now let's see if Alice can try to catch up to Parker now, see if he can put a move with 2 laps to go, potentially. Yeah, don't think so.
I don't know. Did he just catch like half a second in that one sector? It was like 1.6, now it's 1.3. So he's got 0.3 in the last sector, and I think it was another 0.4 in the previous sector.
I don't think it's been enough. This is look. I believe this is going to be the last lap anyway. With a minute 30 to go, I think this will be the last lap. So,
I'll give him a
catch up. Yeah, he might catch him, but I don't think he's going to have enough time to get past him.
Where's the best overtaking place? Casio Triangle, right at the end.
Yeah, it'd have to be. I mean, obviously, that's where he's trying to make his moves.
That's for P3. You got to drive to win, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely got to drive to win.
Right.
So what's happening there? They've just spread out a little bit there. I mean, obviously, P. Johnson, he's just on. He's just got that mentally in another gear there, doing it in cruise mode. He's probably having a chat to his race director there at the background, going, how far behind? Don't speak to me. I know what I'm doing, like the Formula One drivers do all the time. They yell and scream and shout, don't talk to me.
Okay, got a comment in YouTube from the stewarding team. Johnson never received a 5-second penalty for dangerous driving on lap 7. Not sure what that was. I'll have to go back through the stream and look at it, because there's been a lot of things happening tonight. It's an excellent race too. Mostly good, I would say, considering it's a reverse grid and there's a lot of pacey drivers in that top 10 group.
Yeah, look, I believe some of these penalties, I think it's just because the night conditions make it a little bit more tricky, especially with the grip levels and all that sort of stuff. So,
absolutely.
Obviously, there's not that many penalties in the first one. I think that's all it is. Oh, we've got a bit of a run here. Monks is getting a little interested. He's gonna set.
We just got the leader coming down the straight. There we go. And it's a small win for Patrick Johnson. Yes, flash those lights. Well driven. Pulled out nearly 7 seconds on Squires. This will be coming through shortly. And we have Warren defending against Monks. I think he's got him. Just to run down to the line. Yeah, that's a safe one. So Johnson, Squires, Parker, Ellis, Warren, Monks, and Bub now finished. Now we've got Ryan come through, a little bit of time, and then we'll have Chalmers and Rosso finishing our top 10. It's going to be tricky with some of the penalties, working out who goes where. Then we got Battens crossing the line, pretty close between Torfig and Hignett in the end. Brickley and Viney to come through shortly, which is crossed the line now, and a bit of a gap to Parkin. And guys are driven to pits, so our last car's coming through Spoon now. So yeah, that backpack certainly spread out a little bit. So you have Tio, Rochford and Eaton come through. P19 is going to be Gosling, keeping it safe through the last turn. Easy to run wide and end up in the wall there, but he does not, and crosses the line very shortly. And we have Clark, our leading AM driver. Well done, fishing out in top 20. Difficult race. And then we got Foxtrot and Madden behind, and Person as in the pits, so lap traffic, and Madden in the Pidgey racing team crossing the line for our last rolling runner. And there we go, and that is our race 2 for Suzuka round 3. Whew.
Oh.
That went quick.
Yeah, very, very quick, very interesting as well for both races. A lot to commentate on. It was fantastic. Now we're going to go through the results shortly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Once the session rolls over, but I got an extra point from Carl Johnson's penalty. It was moving under braking. So, robust braking, defending, that can happen when it's, I'd say the emotion gets the better of you. Because you just want to keep the guy behind, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. You're not going to make it easy for him. All right, here we go.
All right. You can do race 1.
Overall top 3 is Ellis, Monks, then Johnson. The overall top 3. In silver, you got Parker, Bubnow, and Chalmers. Pro-Am, you got Madden, Rockford, and Atkin. And in AM, I can't pronounce that one again, Thashan. And 1 and 2, and Clark.
All right, for race 2, the reverse grid race, we have Parker, Ellis, and Warren finishing up. Well done, Warren. Good job finishing P3. Oh, the clicky click is clicked more. We're going to RTG, and we're going to do it again. I think it was the timeout for the session, and we've just gone to the next session. There we go. So looking at race 2, overall we had Johnson, Squires, and Parker. And leading over to silver class, we have Parker again, but now on Chalmers. Good way to finish the podium. And Pro-Am, we have Madden, Rosser, and Brickley. And the M class, again, we have reversal. We have Clark and Isan coming through. And as we have Bruno Hills leaving the pits on a bit of a celebrating drive. Wow. That was pretty good. I actually thought that was, considering race 2 was how it was, I thought that was pretty clean.
I thought so too, but look, these guys are, talented drivers. They know what to do. They're not going to do anything silly. So who do you give the award for your best driver of the night in the 2 races?
Oh. I know Johnson had an iffy second race, and we never got to see the end of it, so he's an honourable mention. I'll probably have to say, it's a tough one. I'll probably say, I know it's going to be contrived again, but Patrick Johnson, very patient, got through for race 2. If we quickly swap over to race 1 for me, just so I can see the top grid, if we may be so generous. Yeah, and he was P3 as well. He was the only driver to be in a podium for both races, so that's why I'm doing it, because he was the only one on podium. Squires as well, 4 and 2nd. Shout out for Squires.
Don't shout out for Squires. I was going to pick Squires. Thanks a lot.
I'm sticking with Johnson because he finished on the podium both races.
Yeah, I'll go Squires. I think very, very consistent. That's what you need in these sprint races. You've got to be super 100%. Consistent. With a very, very close second for me would be Ellis. I mean, obviously took off in the first one, but, starting at the back there, getting through some very, very fast drivers there to get into 4th spot. Yeah, he did. In the 4th, just off the podium there. If he could get past a couple of cars early, potentially could have been fighting for top 3 as well.
All right. And that brings us to a close for round 3. We'll have to check the final standings in the webpage for the overall winner of the round. But this round's all done and dusted. Next week, we go to Kota for a 45-minute race. So I'm Damiano, and with me in the booth was...
George Sakanis. Thanks for having me this week.
All right. Thank you, guys. We'll see you all next time.
See you.